Adam & Sons AC and Heating is a locally owned business. President, CEO, and U.S. Navy veteran Adam Renteria has been certified in HVAC since 2010. Adam is also certified as a home performance specialist through BPI. Adam & Sons offers professional work, excellent quality service with affordable prices, whether it's commercial or residential. Adam & Sons is the one to call. Contact Adam & Sons AC and Heating at 512-844-2695 or email adamrenteria64air@yahoo.com. Mention you heard this ad on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast and get 10% off your service call.
If you're looking to capture that special moment, let Adrian Gutierrez Photography capture that special moment for you. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, family photo, or any special occasion, Adrian Gutierrez Photography is the right one to turn that special moment into a memory that will last a lifetime. Adrian Gutierrez proudly supports Lockhart Lion Athletics and can be seen at many events in Lockhart, as well as at Lockhart Lions sporting events, offering his time to create special moments for the Lockhart community. You can contact Adrian Gutierrez Photography at 512-227-6794, email adriangutierrezphotography@gmail.com, or his website adriangutierrezphotography.com. Kent Riddle Properties has been the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast since 2020, and has been a big supporter of Lockhart Lion Sports for over 40 years. Lockhart Lion fans all over the world have been able to follow the games on the Kent Riddle Properties scoreboard, as well as being the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Kent is also the QA guy for every broadcast. Kent Riddle has been in the real estate business for over 35 years. If you are looking to buy, sale, or lease a property in the area, you can contact Kent Riddle at 512-359-0036. Meitler Plumbing LLC is the one to call on for your plumbing service work in Lockhart and Caldwell County. Call Darren Meitler from Meitler Plumbing at 512-398-3146. Darren has been with the family business for over 30 years, and has been voted best plumber in Caldwell County numerous times. Master licensed and bonded. So, for any plumbing issues, call Meitler Plumbing for your plumbing service. Darren Meitler is also a 1989 Lockhart alumni and football captain for Lockhart Lions. Go Lions! Once a Lion, always a Lion.
Old Pal Texas Tavern, located on the square in downtown Lockhart at 100 East Market Street. From a variety of appetizers, fried chicken, burgers, and salads, Old Pal is the right place for your hunger. We're open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Fridays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Our kitchen will be open late for Lockhart Lions Friday Night Lights home games. Old Pal Texas Tavern, cold drinks, fried chicken, and famous smash burgers are perfect for your after-game store. At Old Pal's, we are proud supporters of the Lockhart Lions and the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Smoke Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market has been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoke Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, fifth-generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under Pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to kreitzmarket.com. That's www.kreitzmarket.com.
Shields AC and Heating is a small family-owned business located here in Lockhart, Texas. You can count on us for all your air conditioning and heating repairs. Here at Shields AC and Heating we service commercial and residential HVAC system as well as refrigeration, ice machines and walk-in coolers. So, if you're in need of commercial or residential AC repairs, you can count on Shields AC and Heating to be there for you by calling us at 512-227-1219. We take pride in your comfort.
if you find yourself on the side of the road or in an accident. Call Quantum Towing and Recovery at 512-295-8697. Quantum Towing has been a family-owned business since 2000. We offer 24-hour towing and recovery service for your vehicle. With 4 locations to serve you in Kyle, San Marcos, Luling, and Lockhart, Quantum Towing is only a phone call away.
My name is Nathaniel Gonzalez, also known as My Time Gonzalez on the football field.
Same formation.
Same play.
Hand off to Gonzalez. He got room to run across his midfield to the 40, the 30, the 20, 10. End zone, touchdown, Gonzalez.
When I'm not on the football field, I run a small Christian brand with 2 of my friends, Sam Mancius and Gabby Longoria. This allows us to spread our Lord and Savior's message. We make shirts, shorts, sweaters, cut-off hoodies, car decals, and drawstrings backpack. My design is to have a unique verse of your choosing on the back of the shirt or hoodie. If you would like to support Stay Holy, scan the QR code and check out what we have. Or for more info, you can send us an email to stayholy21@gmail.com. If Jesus could do it all, we could try. God bless and go Lions.
Welcome to today's broadcast of Lockhart Lions Sports on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast, brought to you by our main sponsors, Kent Riddle Properties, Kreitz Market, and Quantum Towing. And now from the press box with the broadcasting crew of our football analyst, the coach Amato Galvez, color commentary TD Tom Dunn, and the voice of Lockhart Lions Sports, Emilio the Sarge Juarez.
And welcome to Week 2 action here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast for Lockhart Lions Sports as we have Game 2 for the Lockhart Lions varsity football team as they come into this contest 0-1 as they took an opening season loss against Victoria West Warriors 30-7. And their opponent for tonight is going to be the San Antonio Southwest Dragons. Of course, we are not at Dragon Stadium. We're at Titan Stadium, home of the Southwest Legacy Titans. As we head to Game 2, my name is Emilio Sarge-Waters. Going to be bringing you all the live play-by-play action. The man to the left of me doing color commentary, TD Tom Dunn. And to his left will be the one and only, our football analyst, the coach, Amado Galvez, and the young gentleman to my right, Mr. I want to make sure I get his name right. Kevin, right? Yep. Kevin Cervantes is going to be working the camera for us today, just as he did last week. Did a fantastic job, and he's back on the camera with us tonight again. And before we get started, of course, we had a little issue last week, but I do want to make an announcement that any comment that contains hate, vulgar language, or tasteless comments will be deleted, and the user will be muted. And based on the comment that was made, they may be banned from this broadcast and possibly every broadcast from here on out. So please, if you're going to make a comment, be respectful. Remember, these are student athletes. These are kids that are out here on the field. You know, respect the players, the coaches, the officials, and not just for Lockhart Lions, but for both sides of the field. For tonight, the Dragons and the Lockhart Lions. So please be respectful. This is a friendly broadcast, and we want to keep it like that. So please, if you have any tasteless comments, keep it on your post and keep it out of our comment section.
It's like Grandma said, if you don't have anything nice to say, best not say nothing.
Don't say nothing at all.
Just watch the game.
Yeah. But with that being said, gentlemen, Game 2 of the year for the Lockhart Lions. Of course, tough loss last week, and we talked about it a lot. Penalties was the big key to that game, and we believe, Coach and I believe, and I'm pretty sure TD you say the same thing. We believe that if those penalties were taken away, Lockhart would have had a better chance to come out with a victory last week.
Oh, it's a totally different game without those penalties. Yeah. And, you know, like you said, it was just a lot of them, and some of them at real inopportune times, too. It's hard enough to beat the other team you're playing against. When you play against yourself, it makes it even harder. And it was like they were playing in a laundromat down there in Victoria last week as there were yellow flags flying all over the field. And it was much less in the second half. The first half was where the main part of the woes had with the penalties. They did get it cleaned up somewhat in the second half, but still had a couple. I look for that to have been taken care of this week. In the off week, I'm sure they practiced against the hard count because that was really what hurt us on the defensive side of the football was jumping off on the hard count. And I know these coaches, and I know that they've addressed those issues this week. So I look for Lockhart to be much more competitive this week against the San Antonio Southwest Dragons team.
Yes, and addressing the situation, Coach, you were down there for practice during the week. What did you see that the coaching staff put together to make sure that the penalty issue was taken care of?
Oh, they worked on it very hard all week. They had a very good week of practice, and I guarantee you we're not going to have any offsides tonight. Coach Chris Jennings, the defensive line coach, said, hey, guys, you keep this up, I'm going to be washing dishes at Mr. Taco if y'all keep this up. You know, I'm going to lose my job. So, but they kind of got their attention, and I don't expect too many penalties tonight. I'm sure there's going to be one or two, but not as much as last week. And they cleaned up their act and worked very hard in practice this week. They're very, very, very focused, and they want to definitely make up for the loss from last week. I expect a good game of the Lockhart Lions tonight.
Oh, yes, and welcome everybody to the Kreitz Market pregame show. At kickoff time, the weather's probably going to be right around, I want to say about maybe 90, about 80, 90 degrees or so. It's going to feel like it's 92. Got a stiff breeze blowing in from the north-northeast at 14 miles an hour.
And that breeze has been nice today and this morning. It felt really good there in Lockhart with that north breeze. That'll be left to right.
Yeah, if you're watching, when you're watching the broadcast, it's left to right, as TD mentioned. And, gentlemen, last week Lockhart lost 30-7, 0-1 in non-district. This is our final non-district game of the season. So, Coach, how huge is it to come out with a victory in your last district game heading into a district?
Very important. You got to get the momentum going, get off to a good start, and get a win, and get ready for Lehman next week. I expected them to have a good game tonight. We had a stomach bug going around during the week. A lot of the players missed practice, but I think they're pretty much over it by now.
Well, and their competition for tonight is the San Antonio Southwest Dragons. They won their opener last week, 35-10. I'll just kind of go through and touch on a few key players for them. So at running back, he's actually their leading receiver on the team is Tyson Dean. He caught 3 touchdown passes last week. And then this is a running team, folks. If you watched the JV last night, you saw they run a lot of power I formation, not super flashy. They don't throw the ball a ton, but looking at the stat lines, them only having like 60 yards of passing but still getting 3 touchdowns tells me that they're not afraid once they get down the red zone to run some play action and throw the ball. Their leading rusher was number 20, Ja Mills. He had 98 yards on 16 carries last week. And then on the defensive side, they've got one heck of a linebacker, and he is one of their captains. That's going to be number 33, Tristan Quintanilla, and he's listed as a running back linebacker. He's a senior, and he racked up 16 tackles in last week's game. So be keeping an eye out for number 33 in the middle of their defense. And other than that, they're a really senior-heavy team. This is a very experienced team for San Antonio Southwest. Definitely have more seniors than anything else on their team. And, just showing kind of the depth of the school, they've only got 2 sophomores on their varsity roster. And, we saw a large number of players on the JV team. And usually if your freshman team's good, your JV team's good, guess what? Your varsity's usually pretty good as well. So I look for them to come out swinging. It's a home game for them, but they're not playing at their home stadium, so you might as well call it a neutral field matchup as we're here at Southwest Legacy. And, Coach, looking down there at this field, it's a turf field.
Yes, it is.
But it looks well used.
Yes.
Of course.
They've hosted quite a few games here and playoff games.
Yeah, Dragon Stadium is, I'd say, about 10 miles down the road from here as well also. So even though it's a neutral stadium, they do got home field advantage for tonight. As we mentioned, Lockhart, the Dragons are a varsity senior heavy team. As far as Lockhart, this is a very young team. We got 11 seniors, and after that, the majority of is juniors and sophomores. Of course, we have no freshmen as of yet on the varsity squad, so we kind of attributed all the penalties to the youth of the football team. But as Coach mentioned during practice all week long, that's something they worked on defensively, offensively, because a couple of drives were stalled because of penalties offensively, and a couple of drives were extended for the Warriors because of defensive penalties. So only way to find out if that week of practice worked out is when we kick off here at 7:30 p.m. to see if all that hard work during the week really pays off. So,
well, and talking about the two teams and kind of how they stack up against each other, the biggest difference that you'll see right off the bat is Lockhart does have 39 players on the roster, and they have 56. So they'll have a little bit more in the well to draw from. And that's a tough test that Lockhart, kind of continues to have to deal with.
Yes, and yesterday's action, we saw the Dragons defeat the freshmen. They're at Dragon Stadium, matter of fact. Their final score was 42-6, and our sub-varsity game of the week was the Lockhart Lions JV squad hosting the JV squad of the Dragons, and that one ended at 27-0 with the Dragons with the victory. So Dragons looking to try to make it a clean sweep. Varsity boys looking to end that and head off into district play, even with a 500 record at 1-1. As next week they will host the Lehman Lobos in their first home game of the year, and that one's going to be the district opener.
And Sarge, want to do a big shout out to the the Lions crew, the dads down there that do the inflatable for Lockhart. They've definitely got their job cut out for them today. As you can see, that strong north wind's got those
big strong guys.
Yeah, got those dads working hard down there.
They didn't invite me to go down there.
Yeah.
Usually that's a job where you set it up and you sit around and talk about what you expect to see in the game, and then on nights like this, everyone's got to be on their toes. Otherwise, your inflatable line takes off.
Your father was
field.
in charge of that a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I did it as well. Yeah.
And we had some action last night in the district and non-district play. We could go through that. The Pflugerville-Hendrickson Hawks failed to defeat at home against the Leander Lions 42-21. And the battles of no-win teams, Austin-Aiken Eagles, I believe they're on a 19-game losing streak, and Bastrop-Cedar Creek Eagles were on a 26-game losing streak. So someone's O had to go. And unfortunately, the Cedar Creek Eagles kept hold of their O as the Aiken Eagles pick up their first victory in about a year and a half, defeating the Cedar Creek Eagles 42-29. And at Bob Shelton Stadium,
I want to say before you move on from that game, 42-29, while Cedar Creek may have still kept that goose egg, that's a lot more points than we've seen.
Yes.
Out of a Cedar Creek team in the last few
They
years.
actually had the lead at halftime.
Well, and that's a close game. That's not a blowout. We're used to kind of seeing them get blown out, but I keep an eye out. Cedar Creek's going to get one, maybe more wins than that this year.
Let's hope not against us.
Yeah. And at Bob Shelton Stadium last night, Hayes Consolidated Hawks, the Hayes Hawks, formerly known the Hayes Rebels, lost to the Pflugerville Panthers 47-7 in that contest. And right now we do have some games in action as they had some 7 o'clock starts. College Station is on the road at Magnolia to take on the Bulldogs. Right now, 9 minutes and 3 seconds left in the first quarter. It is College Station 7, Magnolia 0. And at home for College Station, A&M Consolidated, the Tigers hosting the Jackrabbits of Forney. I like that, the Jackrabbits.
I'd like to get Coach's take on that, the third game back, the Hayes game. So, Coach, is Pflugerville that good, or is Hayes
yes,
that bad?
Pflugerville was good, and Hayes had some struggles. They had a couple of interceptions and fumbles, and they had their worst game. And hopefully for them, they get it out of the way and get ready for district next week against Henderson.
And Hayes is one of our district opponents this year, returning to Lockhart's schedule after many years apart. We had the Bastrop rivalry renewed last year, and now we've got the Hayes, as the Sarge said,
and that's going to be a
formerly known as the Rebels.
That's going to be a very big game because the principal at Hayes is from Lockhart, and the principal from Lockhart is from Hayes. So it's I expect them. I'm gonna hit them up and try to get a little thing going with them. See who what they lose. And I'm gonna try to keep it clean. Like maybe
switch jobs for the day.
Like maybe exactly, or maybe the principal from Hayes can wear maroon all day on Monday if we win or something something like that.
Versa.
Yeah.
So an interesting thing that was like that. So my dad was an attorney in town in Lockhart for a long time, and back then Charles Kimbrough was the district attorney. My dad a Longhorn and Charles Kimbrough a Aggie, and they would do the bet every year, and whichever one of them lost would have to not only wear an opposing hat, but if they had court, they had to wear it in the court the next day. And I just remember that went back and forth for years and years, where they both traded wearing the other team's hats.
It's all fun. Yeah.
And back to district action. Of course, A&M game is on right now with 7:42 left to go in the first quarter. Is A&M Tigers 0, Forney Jackrabbits 7. Austin Anderson Trojans take the road and travel to Elgin to take on the Wildcats. That's going to be a 7:30 start at Wildcat Stadium. Pflugerville Weiss Wolves will be traveling to San Marcos to take on the San Marcos Rattlers at Rattler Stadium. That one's going to be a 7:30 kickoff time. Kyle Lehman Lobos will be playing tomorrow. That'll be a 7:30 start time at Gustafson Stadium. Against
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. That game's going to be played against San Antonio J Mustangs. And, of course, the final district game is our game here tonight. Lockhart Lions at Southwest Legacy Stadium, taking on the San Antonio Southwest Dragons in the final non-district game of the year. And
we're drawing closer and closer. We've got 12 minutes and 52 seconds and counting until the opening kickoff. Looks like the color guards is staged, and the students are doing their traditional walk-in trade.
Yeah. As well, I want to give a big shout-out to our QA guy, Mr. Kent Riddle of Kent Riddle Properties. This has been our QA for a few years, making sure that we sound good for all you Lockhart Lion fans, and for tonight's broadcast for all you San Antonio Southwest Dragon fans that may be tuning in and watching tonight's broadcast. Hope you enjoy tonight's broadcast that we bring to you live and for free. And also I want to give a big shout-out with our extra passenger that we've had for the past couple of weeks, Mr. Kyle Moody of the Lockhart Post-Register. He's been traveling with us to the away games, and hopefully he'll continue traveling with us and joining the broadcast with us eventually.
Yep. Good. Mr. Moody's been running shotgun.
Yeah.
Was that the shotgun?
There you go. So once again, big shout out to everybody out there tuning in and watching tonight's broadcast. And
here come the Lockhart Lions out of the locker room and headed into their tunnel, getting ready to come out on the field. See some good energy there.
And I do want to make a point. We do not have a crowd mic for tonight, as our cables will not be able to get through the door, and the doors won't be able to close properly as they want them to close like they should. So no crowd mic for tonight. Yeah, the only crowd you'll hear is from us up here.
Hubba, hubba, hubba. Hey, let's go.
There you go, Monty. I see all those classes of broadcasting finally kicked in.
That's right. Well, there goes the Dragons banner. It's a little windy tonight for a banner.
Let's see, got a couple of shout-outs. Got Rodney Wilson says, let's go Peyton, number 23.
Hey, you might say Lockhart already took the wind out of their sails.
Yeah, Brenda Playfair, go Lions. Christina Zuniga, go Lions.
That's my mama.
Alexandria Rocha, go Lions. Francine Hunt, let's go Lions. David Hepner with the same. And my cousin, Pete Mireles, shout out to the Lions from Austin, Semper Fi class of 1989. Of course, the best class is 1990. And Pete Mireles, Aiken Eagles victory over Cedar Creek Eagles last night. Congratulations, Eagles. Of course, his kids are going, his son and his daughter, and his oldest son graduated from Aiken High School last year, and he's got a son and a daughter that go to Aiken's High School now. So
and big shout out, got some watchers on YouTube as well. I see Brandon Gathens watching over there, the father of Zakiah Gathens, who's a big star at Lockhart last year. Got Debbie Cleaton, Mr. Stephen Brown tuning in, Nikki Terrazas, Breezy Bright, Tamara Lopez. We got Michael Zapata, Lee Reynolds, and about 100 others tuned in on the YouTube channel. So appreciate you folks tuning in. We got 131 viewers on YouTube right now.
is that the one and only the Michael Psycho Zapata coach?
Should be. There's only one that I know.
Oh, yeah.
He says, let's go Dragons.
Uh-oh.
So
Oh,
that,
no.
that must be a San Antonio Dragons fan. But, hey, we welcome everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Lockhart, San Antonio, we're glad to be able to bring the broadcast to you.
Brandon Salinas with
for
What's
any
Up,
parents.
Sarge? Go Lions. Welcome
And
to
Mr.
the
Alex
thank you for tuning
Richardson
in.
himself tuning in there as well. He says, let's go.
All right, well, before we get to any more action here on the Christ Market pregame show, let's take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more of the Christ Market pregame show right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Smoke Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market's been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoke Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, fifth-generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under Pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to kreitzmarket.com. That's www.kreitzmarket.com.
And we are back as the Lockhart Lions have come out of that tunnel, and they are at the 25, 30-yard line, taking a knee for prayer. And Esther Faye Martinez, watching the broadcast on Facebook, says, we are about 10 miles from where they live. And that's along with my brother and sister-in-law, Richard Wattis, former Texas State powerlifting champion back in 1992. And Emily Wattis, my sister-in-law, maiden name Martinez. So thank you for tuning in and watching.
Looks like
Sarge,
San
some
Antonio
quick
Dragons are just
quick
about ready.
keys to the game. Forget about last week. Can't focus on this week. Get a win. Learn from your penalties. Learn from your mistakes. And keep playing football. And get ready. On defense, get ready. Buckle your chin strap because they're going to come straight at you.
Yep, they sure are. They're going to come right up the middle and off tackle over and over again.
Their philosophy is if you stop us, you win. If you don't stop us, we're going to win.
And there come the San Antonio Dragons.
Yeah, from what we saw last night in JV, almost like a preview of what we'll be seeing tonight, Coach. And what did you see from their offense from JV that we'll be seeing tonight on the varsity squad?
Nothing very much different. They're pretty much the same thing. The two tight ends and stacked eye, and they're going to just toss the ball right or toss the ball left. Quarterback's leading the running back to the hole.
And we're just about ready. We've got 6 minutes and 27 seconds on the clock. I think once San Antonio gets their sideline, looks like the color guard is ready to present the colors. As Sarge told you, we will not have a crowd mic tonight, but we will go just to video for the national anthem. And shout out to all the Lockhart fans who made the long drive out here to San Antonio Legacy Stadium. Got a pretty good crowd trickling in over there on the Lockhart side.
Late arriving crowd.
Hey, I was almost on time.
As our cameraman will pan. There's a pan over while we're doing the national anthem, and we'll turn off our headsets as we get ready for the national anthem.
Officials tonight are from the Big 12. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm pretty sure it's San Antonio chapter.
Yeah, what a great colored track they've got out here at San Antonio Southwest Legacy. It's I call it turquoise. That's a pretty track, isn't it?
That sure is.
Be a good place to see that Lockhart 4x100 relay team run.
It's going to be interesting to see who's going to take the spot of Ashton Dickens, who was on that 4x4.
I'm sure
Three of the other guys playing in the game tonight.
Won't be very hard to replace.
Two of them being freshmen that were on that relay team.
Well, we talked about the players on the Dragon side of the field. Coach, who are the offensive players that you have your eye on for tonight's contest?
For the Southwest Dragons?
For Lockhart Lions.
Oh, for the Lockhart Lions,
Yeah.
I expect that Mabus to take the 99% of the snaps. Last week it came out because he banged his hand on the helmet, and luckily he didn't break anything. It was just a little sore, so he came out for a series or two, and then went back in. I expect Gonzalez to have a big night running the football, and so Mr. Rowland. And of course, we have our two great receivers out there, Jordan and Gage, and I expect them to be open all night. They couldn't cover them last week. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the ball to them enough.
And the captains are out on the field, and captains for San Antonio Southwest. We told you about him. It's number 33, senior linebacker, Tristan Quintanilla. He's joined out there by number 5. That is the quarterback and another team captain. He's a senior, A.J. Franco. Also out there, they are joined by number 18. That's going to be Noah Manzano, senior running back, linebacker, and number 21, Reagan Gonzalez, fullback and linebacker, also a senior.
Yeah, for the Lockhart Lions, we got number 55, Dylan Ovalle. Number 1, Gage Deutsch. Number 75, Saul Hinojos. And number 21, my time, Nathaniel Gonzalez, senior running back for the Lockhart Lions. Gage Deutsch and my time are both seniors. And Saul is a sophomore.
And
while Dylan Ovai is a junior.
Yep. So Lockhart covering the classes.
So it looks like the Lockhart Lions will be defending the left side of the field.
So they'll have the wind at their back to start the game. San Antonio will receive, and they'll be running into the wind for their first series on offense. So we'll get to see the Lockhart Lions defense take the field first here at San Antonio Southwest Legacy Stadium.
And James Mendez watching from Gonzales, Texas. Thank you for tuning in.
Come and take it.
Oh, yeah. Adam Angel de Leon. Let's go, Mighty Lions. All right, and it's going to be interesting to see, Coach. The Lockhart Lions coming out defensively. Of course, our struggles are well known with the penalties last week, so we get a good chance to see on how they work that out during the week at practice, and hopefully we'll be able to see a big improvement here on their first drive on the defensive side of things.
Expect to see some hard count coming up from the quarterback for Southwest.
That's special teams, too. Special teams could be big tonight. Coach, you mentioned that Southwest does something a little bit different with their punt formation, but also with the wind here tonight. Could see a possibility of a long field goal. Evan Estrada getting set to kick it off for the Lockhart Lions. He's going to have about a 15, 16-mile-an-hour wind at his back here.
Yeah, back to return the kick for the Dragons. Going to be number 2, Voss, and number 12, Josiah Manglona. Manglona on the far side of the field. Voss here on the near side. And Evan Estrada set to kick this one away. And week 2 is underway. And this one's going to go over the head.
Touchback.
Manglua and out of bounds.
And great start there for Mr. Estrada.
And the Dragons are going to start their first drive of the game at their own 25-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10.
I expect I want to see how they handle Benavides at nose guard. He had a great game last week, and let's see what Southwest, are they going to double team him, or they're going to leave him alone, or they're going to triple team him.
And that's sophomore, number 74, Julian Benavides, that Coach is talking about. He's right there in the middle of that Lockhart defense. On either side of him, at defensive end, is going to be number 24, Malik Hill on one side, and Parker Connor, Jr., is going to be to his left-hand side. Outside linebackers for the Lockhart Lions are going to be number 7, Caden Roland Bright, and number 14, Miguel Portillo.
And here we go. First play is going to be a toss to the running back coming out of the backfield. Sidesteps a couple of defenders, breaking a couple of arm tackles, and finally brought down after picking up about 6 yards.
And that was the safety number 5, Aiden Scott, who came down to make the stop there. Also back there Aiden Scott's back there by himself for the Lions right now. Linebackers are going to be number 30, Santi Guerra, and number 5, Joseph Zarita.
And the running back is Jaw Mills with a 6-yard gain. That'll bring up second down and 4 for the Lions.
And at corner for the Lions, you have Avery Ibarra, and I'll get the other one for you shortly.
And Mills with the carry going around the right side. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage, but forward progress will push him out to the 35, and that'll be a first down for the Dragons.
Good contact there, but forgot to wrap up on him. Kept on going.
And it looks like the other corner is going to be number 16, Keelan Lyles out there, which Lockhart will already make a change in substitution on defense.
Number 8, number 2 coming in.
Yeah, they'll bring Bob Estrada into the game and Avery Ibarra.
Yes.
Actually, that's going to be number 9. That's going to be Dylan White that just came into the game. Ibarra was already in the game on the close side. So Lockhart changes out the safety, changes out the corner.
Different formation for the Dragons. Got twins on top.
They did throw for 3 touchdowns last week.
And quarterback gets a snap, quick throw out to the far sideline. Nice blocking up in front, but picks up about 8 yards before Avery Ibarra comes up with the stop.
It's something we saw a lot last week, TD, the little bubble screen.
And that's number 2, Voss, I think, on the catch for them.
And Darrell Thomas watching and listening from Lockhart, Texas. Go Lions.
What's up, Coach T?
That'll be a 7-yard pickup. That'll bring up second down and 3 for the Dragons.
Not just my coach, but also my county commissioner representing Precinct 4.
At 10:36 left to go here in the Quantum Towing first quarter. And right back to the stack I formation. Toss to the deep back, coming around the left side.
And he's got a gang of blockers in front of him.
He's going to be shy of the midfield, but pick up the first down out to the 48-yard line in Dragon territory.
So it's like Herm Edwards said, the Bears are who we thought they are. The Dragons are who we thought they are. They came out doing the same thing that we saw in the JV game last night. The key to it is being strong and stout up front and good linebacker play, and then safeties flowing good over the top.
Yeah, Charles Stemley with the run, picking up the first down for the Dragons. Same formation. And once again, a toss to the deep back coming around the near side. This time he's going to be held up for a gain of about 4 yards. And it'll bring up 2nd and 6.
And for Lockhart, that was Kanan Roland Bright and Bob Estrada combining to make the tackle. Now, the two inside linebackers on that last play, they didn't make the tackle, but what they did do was they fired and hit their gaps hard and made it a whole lot harder for them to gain yards. But, you know, as long as you can gain 4 yards on one play, it's going to be tough to stop them.
This time the Dragons will bring a receiver out here to the near side. That's going to be Voss. And that'll put Mills all by himself in the backfield. He'll get the toss coming around the left side. And a nice open field tackle by number 5, Aiden Scott.
And Zarita was first to hit him in the backfield. He got away from Zarita, but he slowed him down enough for Aiden Scott to make a great one of those Josh Ramos open field tackles right there.
They had no gain on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Dragons.
A shout out to former Lockhart Lions player Josh Ramos. He was great in the open field.
TD, every time they line up that fullback, he's so close to the quarterback that you know he's not going to get the football. He's going to be your lead blocker, and he'll take you to the football if you read him.
So 3rd down and 6 coming up. They'll fake the handoff to Mills. Bootleg around the left side. Got a receiver wide open. Catch is going to be made. And Ibada will come up with the tackle as that pass was completed to Julian Haddock, the tight end for the Dragons.
Dragons did score 3 touchdowns passing last week. Only 68 yards passing in that game, but obviously they keep it in their pocket and use it when the time is right. They use it there to pick up a first down, and they're down to the 30-yard line in Lockhart Lions territory.
With 8:20 left to go here in the Quantum Towing first quarter. First quarter moving along.
Well, and you're right, Coach. I followed the fullback, and while they didn't run behind him, the ball went right out to where he went.
He's a very good blocker. Little toss.
It'll go to Mills, and he's going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Forward progress will get him out to the 29, and that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Okay, great job there by Caden Roland Bright and the big boys up front, clogging their holes so he could come up and make that play. Bright is the drop linebacker.
Yeah, Julian Benavides, nose tackle, making a big play. Of course, Benavides and Aiden Scott were last week's Quantum Towing defensive players of the game against the Warriors of Victoria West.
And Lockhart change out a couple more personnel, as they'll send the same two. They'll send Bob Estrada and Dylan White back into the game.
Another power ice, shotgun formation. Yep. And it'll be a quarterback going around the right side, sort of like a wildcat formation. And that's going to be Voss with the carry as he gets around the right side, being chased out of bounds.
And that'll bring up 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Big opportunity here for the Lions to try to get a stop and force a field goal attempt or a short punt.
I believe that was Dylan White that chased Voss out of bounds all the way down to the 23-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
And we see Southwest and Lockhart both changing personnel, so both teams trying to keep fresh bodies in their coach. One thing I see is, Lockhart flips to the strength of the defense, but you got to do it quick. Like Liberty Hill, they don't give you much time between.
Toss to the deep back, and he'll get to the line of scrimmage, picks up another Dragon first down all the way out to the 17-yard line.
And so far, I see on the Southwest side is really good blocking so far.
Nothing fancy.
No, just hat on the hat.
Playing some smash mouth football right now.
And Lockhart knew that coming into the ball game. Picks up a first down for the Dragons.
And the Dragons not only eating up the yardage, but eating up that clock as well. We're almost halfway through the first quarter on their first possession.
Yeah, 6:43 left to go. Toss to Mills in the backfield, and he'll get through the line of scrimmage all the way down to right around the 12-yard line.
Yeah, 54 did a great job blocking Benavidez one-on-one.
So I'm seeing something that we've seen before a lot of times against Liberty Hill. It seems to me your most important down against these guys is going to be first down and holding them to a very minimal game on first down to give yourself a shot on second and third down because, man, once they get within 2-3 yards of the sticks, it's pretty tough to stop them. And Lockhart bringing in big number 90, Miles Carter in the middle.
Yeah, second and 5 coming up. And toss to the deep back and to Voss, and he's going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. So great job by the front line of the Lockhart Lions.
When they brought in big Miles Carter, and he did exactly what he's in there to do, both him and Julian Benavidez tied up 2 guys each and allow the other players to
Joseph Zarita coming in right behind them, making the stop. So 3rd down and 5 with 5:39 left to go here in the Quantum Towing first quarter. Still in the first possession of the game for the Dragons.
Stacked high, double tight.
Big possession coming up right now.
Bootleg.
Bootleg going around the left side, looking for a receiver. Got one wide open in the end zone, and that one's going to be in and out of the hands of a wide open Julian Haddock.
Footsteps.
Yeah, he heard the footsteps, and luckily so, because it was a bit of a busted coverage by Lockhart as he was out there by himself. Something I did see is great coverage there in the flat by Avery Ibarra on the running back, which kind of made that play stretch out a little bit longer and made him go for the deep shot. They were definitely looking for the flat there, but Ibarra took it away. So it'll be 4th down, and they'll try a field goal into the stiff wind.
That's going to be Angel Rodriguez Escoto coming in. They're lined up for a 29-yard field goal attempt. Snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up, and it is
no good.
So the Lockhart Lions come up with a big stop defensively.
And you can see that ball motoring into the wind, trying to make it. That wind.
It better right turn.
Yeah, that wind just wasn't going to allow it.
Okay, here we go. We're going to offense now.
Yeah, Lockhart takes over.
So far, big thing. Knock on wood, no penalties defensively for the Lockhart Lions. As last week they started the first drive defensively. I believe there was 4 penalties on that one drive alone.
And Lockhart will take over at the 12-yard line.
I should be at the spot of the field goal attempt, which would be at the 19-yard line.
You're correct. Right.
They're going to mark it at the 20. Yeah.
20.
So 1st and 10 for the Lions, and Caden Mavis will be bringing out his offensive squad as they'll line up with 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 up top. Gonzalez offset to the right side of Mavis. Man in motion. And Gonzalez will get the handoff, bounces it out to the outside after being stuffed up the middle, and he'll pick up 1 yard.
So not much doing in the initial hole there. Good job by my time to bounce it out and try to get something. And I like the motion before the play, a little bit of eye candy from Lockhart. Especially you got to know where the talented players are for the Lions, and that was number 12, Jordan Frohock, coming across the formation.
And Sarah Allison Dunn says, okay, offense, let's make something happen. And here we go, 2nd down and 9. 3 receivers to the near side. And Gonzalez once again with the handoff up the middle, bouncing it back to the outside. Breaks an arp and tackle, gets the 1st down, and finally going to get tripped up. Loses a football, but it's going to go. It's going to be recovered by the Dragons at the 38-yard line.
As you could tell by the body language of Gonzalez there at the end that he knew they had recovered it. So just like that, Lockhart puts the ball on the ground after a great run by Gonzalez.
I thought for sure he going out of bounds, the football.
Yeah, it was recovered by the Dragon just in the nick of time. I didn't get to see who's the one that recovered the fumble, but great job being on the spot.
So defense has just enough time for their butts to hit the bench, and then they're back out onto the field again. Especially against a running offense like this, they can really tire you down. You want to try to get your defense off the field.
Look for something tricky here.
Yeah, Dragons spread them out a little bit. Franco drops back, throws deep down the near sideline. And great defense by the cornerback, Avery Ibarra.
Number 8, good job.
Yeah, Ibarra was all over him, knew exactly what was coming, tracked him down, watched his eyes, and did a good job of really, the receiver could try to come back to him, but Ibarra was smart enough to stay back just enough to keep him from, getting that penalty. Then he gets a hand in there to knock it away.
Yeah, Voss was the intended receiver. Great job by Ibarra by reading the receiver's eyes.
Mm-hmm. Second and 10.
Making the adjustment that needed to be made. So great job by Ibarra. Second and 10, as Coach mentioned. Back to the bunch formation.
Look for a toss.
Mills in the backfield. He's going to be stopped after about a 1-yard gain.
And Zarita was all over him right at the line of scrimmage. We talked about it in the last series, Coach. First and second down are key against an offense like this because you can put them in 3rd and 9. Now we're outside of our comfort zone. We're outside of what they do, play in and play out. So they've got to bring in different players, run different packages, and Lockhart also changes out fresh bodies as well.
Malik Hill also coming out from the bottom of that pile, making the stop on Mills. And a long 3rd down and 9 coming up. Franco in shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 up top. Rolled to his left. Throws it out to the flat and overthrows his intended receiver, which was Voss.
And even if he'd have caught it, Portillo was all over him. So he was going to make the tackle short of the sticks. And so after, obviously, they didn't make their last 4th down, you got to think they'll either go for it or punt it here, one of the two. And they're going to punt it.
Punt team's coming in.
So, Coach, tell the folks at home what you told me at the beginning of the game about this punt formation.
Yeah, it's funny because they have the three upbacks or all linemen, and it's hard to cover a punt with your linemen. If we make any kind of good catch that we make, get a good run start, they'll take it all the way. Because there's no coverage. You can outrun your coverage.
Well, it looks like they will be going for it. They're lined up in the stack eye formation. They'll fake the handoff. The toss rolls to his left. Got the receiver being well covered out there. And that one is going to be caught.
Oh.
Wow. It looked like it was in the hands of the defender and then in the hands of the receiver. And he does a great job to hold on to it and pull it down on that Hail Mary.
Julian Haddock comes down with the football. That was real well covered by Aiden Scott.
We'll see if we can get you a replay of that one.
What a catch.
Yeah, I mean, and once again, Aiden Scott all over him on the coverage. I mean, close to him. And we weren't able to catch that one in time for the replay.
2 receivers on top.
And Franco tosses it to the right side to number 3, and great job by the defense.
Yeah, Portillo, first man to get there, and turns him back inside and does exactly what that Sam linebacker position is meant to do out there, keeps his containment.
Brings up second down.
Gain.
Take a look at that last play real quick.
What's incredible, from both sides, lots of changing of bodies going on out there. We even see linemen coming in and out for San Antonio Southwest. And Lockhart doing the same.
2:10 left in the first quarter.
A fast-moving first quarter at that. Franco, quick throw out here to the near side to Voss. Sidesteps the defender and into the end zone for a touchdown.
And a couple missed tackles there by Lockhart allows San Antonio Southwest Dragons to go up in this game 6-0. And there's only 1:54 left. This first quarter has flown by. And that's what happens when you face a team like San Antonio that keeps it on the ground.
And once again, they're lined up. This time it's going to be for an extra point try. The snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up. And that one just sneaks through. And it is good. Well, and with that, with 1:54 left to go here in the Quantum Towing first quarter, we'll take a quick timeout and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
If you find yourself on the side of the road or in an accident, call Quantum Towing and Recovery at 512-295-8697. Quantum Towing has been a family-owned business since 2000. We offer 24-hour towing and recovery service for your vehicle. With 4 locations to serve you in Kyle, San Marcos, Luling, and Lockhart, Quantum Towing is only a phone call away.
Sir. All right, real quick, let's take a look back at that touchdown pass by the Dragons. As Franco will get the snap, he'll roll to his left, throws out to Voss. Voss will shake a defender.
Shakes 2 defenders from the Lions.
And into the end zone.
It looked like both 2 Lions had a shot at him, Roland Bright as well as maybe Zarita. unable to bring him down as he's a shifty runner.
Yeah, extra point is good, and it is San Antonio Southwest 7, Lockhart Lions 0.
And we'll get a chance to see the Lockhart return team for the first time. We've got number 12, Jordan Frohog, back there, and he's also joined by number 7, sophomore. That's going to be Caden Roland Bright. So both of them got a chance to get their hands on the ball last week. Had a couple of returns and then quite a few touchbacks. We'll definitely get a return out of this one.
There's going to be fair catch made. The first signal made by Gage Deutsch, and he'll catch it at the Lockhart line, 36-yard line, 37-yard line, where the Lions are going to have the ball for their second possession.
Great starting field position for the second possession for the Lions. It's right around where they lost it in the first series on the fumble.
1:54 left in the first quarter.
So while Lockhart did give it away on a fumble, the Lockhart offense was starting to pick up some steam and move the ball. We'll get to see Nathan Rowland in it running back in the backfield with Mabus.
I like this formation.
3 receivers to the near side. Mabus ready to get the snap. Fakes the handoff to Rowland. Drops back, throws it deep down the middle. That one's going to be caught by Frohawk all the way by himself into the end zone for a Lockhart Lion touchdown.
We're going to run the replay on this, folks, and I want you to watch the takeoff that he got off the line of scrimmage. I mean, he's a step ahead of everybody on the field.
And especially after he caught a TD.
Well, except for the center. I mean, his takeoff is second to none. You can see him here in the slot. Look at that. He's 3 steps out ahead of everyone else on the offense and defense, and he's down the field and open for a touchdown before they know it. Great job, Lockhart Lions. And Mr. Jordan Frohawk, and great pass from Caden Mabus, and pinning this field goal. Yeah. Lockhart will
snap his back,
lead,
hold us down. The kick is up, and Estrada puts it right through the uprights. And just like that, we are tied.
And so Lockhart signs alive here at the end of the first quarter.
Get your popcorn ready.
Well, it's funny that, almost all of the first quarter went by so fast. And then these last 2 minutes have seemed to be frozen in time.
Yeah, 14 minutes within the last, I'd say, 20 seconds of playtime.
And like I said, TD, I love this formation. You have 3 receivers on one side. It's hard to cover all 3 of them. All 3 of them are good receivers, especially Jordan and Gage.
And then you've got Wes Abel out there as well. I mean,
Wes is always going to get open.
Hard to cover.
I don't care who you have in the secondary. They're going to get open.
Well, and safety's got to help somebody, and who doesn't get the help, you better hang on tight because those guys are going to get open.
Yeah, and a big shout-out to the front line because without them, Mabus don't get enough time to make that throw, to set himself back in the backfield and take that step forward. He put it right there where Frohawk was the only one to get it, didn't lose stride, caught him in stride and into the end zone for a Lockhart Lion touchdown.
That's saying something because Frohawk was moving.
So the Lockhart Lions will be kicking the ball away as Estrada will be lined up. Ball is going to be placed at the 40-yard line. Of course, the opening kickoff sailed into the end zone for a touchback.
And this one will get blown off the tee.
Yeah. They'll set it right back up and use a mulligan.
It's always funny to me how they have to hand the ball to the ref. The ref hands it back to them, and then they put it on the tee. You've got to make sure they don't tamper with it, I guess.
What are they going to do, deflate the football?
Right.
All right, Estrada set to kick this one away. And it's going to be a good kick. And once again, in and out of the end zone for a touchback.
Estrada got all of that one. So he's perfect on the day. Extra points and kickoffs. And so we'll see the San Antonio Southwest Dragons one more time here in the first quarter as we've still got 1:41 seconds left to go.
Yeah, Lockhart Lions were able to hold the Dragon offense on their first possession. Their second possession ended in a touchdown for the Dragons before the Lockhart Lions struck on the very first play of their second possession for a big touchdown pass.
We've seen more pass out of the Dragons than I expected to see, certainly more than they did last week.
Yeah, tossing to the running back, coming around the near side,
and
Zarita
got a
with
flag.
That's Malik Hill.
Is he calling horse collar?
That's Malik Hill with a tackle. I mean, great pursuit, and I mean, I didn't see a horse collar on it.
I see 2 penalty flags.
Possibly holding. We'll see what the call is. I mean, he slung him down, but he looked to have his hands down around his midsection.
Oh, he threw another flag.
Like, they just put it with, they're both
it's going to go against the Lockhart Lions. I believe they are going to call him for a horse collar.
Well, we'll stick with the horse, and I call it horse crap. I think it was a good tackle and a good play out there in the flat by a defensive end. I mean, he played exactly how you asked him to. But you can't win all of them. And so they'll walk that one off against the Lions, and that'll put the ball out near the 40-yard line.
And that will be a 15-yard penalty, so we're probably looking at a personal foul. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Dragons. 1:32 left to go here in the Quantum Towing first quarter.
So first penalty of the game against the Lions. And it's a costly one, 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. And the rule for a horse collar does state the hand has to be inside the collar, inside the shoulder pads. Or you can also drag him down from the back of the jersey.
Mills a deep back. He'll get the toss going around the right side.
Ooh,
has to bounce it out to the outside, and he's finally going to be chased out of bounds. Another penalty flag comes flying out from the far side of the field.
And that one looks like it's probably going to be holding based on the body language that I see down there from Southwest players. Quarterback number 16 kind of throwing his hands up in his air, talking to some of his players, and that will be a hold. That'll move him back to the 30-yard line, where they'll replay first down.
Yeah, great job by that left side of that defensive line, Julian Benavides. And that's going to be Malik Hill out there.
And Portillo did a good job, too, stretching that play out to the outside.
So the 10-yard penalty will put him back to the 30-yard line. That'll make it first down and 20.
And big game of college football coming up this weekend. My Texas Longhorns are going to the Big House in Ann Arbor, Michigan, where they'll face the Wolverines. I'm looking for about a 42-17 score in that game.
Good job.
Great job getting in the backfield, stuffing that one before it even got started. That's going to be number 35, Parker Connor.
Okay.
And he said, I'll wrap you up so they can't call a horse collar. And he throws the running back to the ground.
That'll be a loss of 1 yard. That'll bring up second down and 21.
And Lockhart defense really stiffening up here and starting to push him back.
And great job by Connor. He found himself a slot to run through, and he got there just as a handoff was being made.
Parker Connor, number 35, is a junior. He was a standout player for the JV Lions last year.
He got moved up midway through the district play and was a valuable addition to the varsity team last year. And inside handoff, and once again, the Lockhart Lions front line.
All of them but
tall.
3 in on that tackle, basically. Good team effort.
Timeout, Lockhart.
So Lockhart comes up with a timeout with 18 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a quick timeout, too, and we'll be right back with more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Meitler Plumbing LLC is the one to call on for your plumbing service work in Lockhart and Caldwell County. Call Darren Meitler from Meitler Plumbing at 512-398-3146. Darren has been with the family business for over 30 years and has been voted best plumber in Caldwell County numerous times. Master licensed and bonded. So, for any plumbing issues, call Meitler Plumbing for your plumbing service. Darren Meitler is also a 1989 Lockhart alumni and football captain for Lockhart Lions. Go Lions! Once a Lion, always a Lion. Kent Riddle Properties has been the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast since 2020, and has been a big supporter of Lockhart Lion Sports for over 40 years. Lockhart Lion fans all over the world have been able to follow the games on the Kent Riddle Properties scoreboard, as well as being the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Kent is also the QA guy for every broadcast. Kent Riddle has been in the real estate business for over 35 years. If you are looking to buy, sale or lease a property in the area, you can contact Kent Riddle at 512-359-0036.
Yeah, we are coming back off of the Lockhart Lion timeout as they have 2 remaining here in the first half. San Antonio Southwest Dragons have all 3 as they come out in a spread offense. Franco drops back. Looking over here to the near side, got the receiver, breaks through an arm tackle, crosses the 50-yard line out to the 40, and finally brought down at the 31-yard line by number 7, Caden Roland Bright.
He was able to break through the arm tackle of Avery Ibarra there. That was Voss once again on the catch. I'll make an attempt at his first name. I think it's going to be Azurian. So his name is Azurian Voss.
First down.
And that's probably his fourth catch of the game.
And that's going to do it for the first quarter. The Quantum towing first quarter, as we are tied at the end of one. San Antonio Southwest 7, Lockhart Lions 7. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with your Shields AC and Heating second quarter right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Shields AC and Heating is a small family-owned business located here in Lockhart, Texas. You can count on us for all your air conditioning and heating repairs. Here at Shields AC and Heating we service commercial and residential HVAC system as well as refrigeration, ice machines and walk-in coolers. So, if you're in need of commercial or residential AC repairs you can count on Shields AC and Heating to be there for you by calling us at 512-227-1219. We take pride in your comfort.
All right, and we're back for the Shields AC and Heating second quarter as we are tied up after one quarter of play. It is San Antonio Southwest 7, Lockhart Lions 7.
And after a big pass play there and a little bit of a blown coverage, missed tackle, San Antonio Southwest is right back in business again with the ball at the 32-yard line. So something they've surprised us with is how much they've been willing to throw the ball.
First and 10 for the Dragons as we get set to start the second quarter. Franco gets the snap, throws out here to the near sideline, got the receiver wide open. Little bit of a shake and bake. And great job and nice catch and run by Tyson Dean. He'll pick up a first down as he's going to be brought down at the 18-yard line inside the red zone.
They had a great gain there, but Roland Bright was inches away from a pick six. They would not have caught him if he'd got his hands on that ball. He definitely saw it and then tried to jump the route, just missed it. But that's the problem, Coach, right? You jump the route like that, it's like either you catch it or if you miss it,
right,
usually you pay for it. But it was definitely close.
So two receivers to the near side for Franco and the Dragons. He'll hand the ball off to number 26, goes over the left side. He'll pick up about 5 yards.
Oh, got a flag. They got a flag on them. Late hit, number 1.
I got a flag right around the 2-yard line.
Great job out there on that far side by Portillo on that last play. He was the last man on the edge, and he really pushed his man back and forced that play back inside, where I think it may have been Zarita that was able to fill in and make the tackle behind him. It was either Zarita or Malik Hill.
There's Dorian Moxley on the carry.
Referee's still talking about it.
Unsportsmanlike penalty on the Dragons. So that's going to move them back 15 yards from the line of scrimmage.
And Coach Mabus took advantage of that to talk to a couple of his players between plays there, a couple of younger players.
Now, I want to give everybody a reminder, next week will be our home opener. And if you want to have an opportunity to win free tickets, we'll have a drawing tomorrow. We'll have a drawing. Matter of fact, I'm going to have a drawing on Sunday at halftime of the Cowboy game. And if you want to have an opportunity to win free tickets to the first home game of the year, courtesy of Kent Riddle Properties and the Lions Pride Sports broadcast, all you got to do is in the comment section, type in the words, "Beat the Lobos," and your name will be automatically entered into that drawing.
Number 23, Peyton Jackson, is in at cornerback for the Lions, his first action of the night.
Franco tosses it, penalty flag, false start on the offense.
All right, we'll take it.
So that's going to push them back 5 more yards.
I feel like we've been here before, but maybe on the other end of things, after 2 consecutive penalties, are going to move San Antonio Southwest way back. Dragons helping out the Lions here. Boy, those down and distance markers seem like they're a ways down the field now. It's going to be second down and 10, 20, almost 30 yards.
Looks like there's spread packages coming in, personnel-wise.
I think he tried to pick up a chunk here and then see what you can get on third down.
Yeah, second down at 25. Dragons do have the wind at their back here in the second quarter. Franco drops back, throws it deep over the middle, and overthrows his intended receiver.
Yeah, when you said they've got the wind at their back, I sat there and thought to myself, well, maybe it'll make it sail, and it sure did on that one.
Third and long.
And normally as the sun goes down, the wind will start to die down. The sun is down, the lights are on, and the wind's died down just a little bit, but it's still probably 10 to 14 miles an hour from left to right as you're watching on your screen.
A good big shout out to my madre, Connie Navarro, watching, says go Lions. So with the incomplete pass, it'll bring up third down and 25. And the Dragons will come out in spread formation. Mills offset to the right side of Franco. And they'll roll out to the right side, backside draw to Mills. He's going to be chased down by Aiden Scott and a host of Lions. Tackle. And finally brought down out in the open by Avery Ibarra. It'll be a loss of yardage of about 3. Make that 2 yards. That's going to bring up fourth down and 27.
And Avery Ibarra doing a good job to make up for that missed tackle earlier. Shows he's got a short memory.
And great job by Aiden Scott to push the runner down towards the sideline to give Ibarra an opportunity to come up with an open field tackle.
So we've yet to see a punt from Southwest. This would be probably your ideal place. Try to pin Lockhart deep. And now it looks like they'll come out in their spread formation. Yeah, really aggressive here early in the game.
There it is. Franco will be dropping back, and a timeout will be called by the Lockhart Lions. So while they'll take a timeout, we'll take a timeout too, and we'll be right back with more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
My name is Nathaniel Gonzalez, also known as My Time Gonzalez on the football field.
Same formation.
Same play.
Hand off to Gonzalez. He got room to run across his midfield to the 40, the 30, the 20, 10. End zone, touchdown, Gonzalez.
When I'm not on the football field, I run a small Christian brand with 2 of my friends, Sam Mancius and Gabby Longoria. This allows us to spread our Lord and Savior's message. We make shirts, shorts, sweaters, cut-off hoodies, car decals, and drawstrings backpack. My design is to have a unique verse of your choosing on the back of the shirt or hoodie. If you would like to support Stay Holy, scan the QR code and check out what we have. Or for more info, you can send us an email to stayholy21@gmail.com. If Jesus could do it all, we could try. God bless and go Lions.
All right, so fourth down and 32 coming up.
And Lockhart brings in an extra safety.
They are going for it as a timeout called by the San Antonio Southwest Dragons. That'll be their first timeout of the half.
Yeah,
and we're going to keep it right here.
Yeah, both coaches really thinking this one through. I mean, it's a pivotal moment. The game is tied. You can either pin them deep or maybe go for it all here and try to get a touchdown out of it, try to take the lead, or you could quick kick it. I was thinking we were going to see a quick kick, but on that, they called the timeout as the snap happened, and they were not quick kicking it.
Yeah, they were looking deep.
And shout out to my wife over on the far side. She's come to every game so far despite having a brand new baby girl, and she's come with her to each game. So Lily, I think it's already like her 6th football game that she's attended, and she's brand new. She comes to the JV games. She goes to the junior high games, and now she goes to the varsity games, home or away.
There we go.
That's dedication from the start right there.
And we're coming back from the Dragon timeout with 9:54 left to go here in the Shields AC Haiti second quarter. My name's Emilio Sarge Waters, bringing you all the live play-by-play action. TD Tom Dunn with commentary, football analyst, the coach. And Kevin Cervantes on the camera, working his second game for us. Quick kick. That's going to be
okay, good.
Down
wow.
And into the end zone. Looks like they're going to have them down at the 1-yard line.
Caught it right before he went in.
So great job on fielding that one.
Yeah, Lockhart will have the long field to go. And they'll have their back against the wall as they'll be just outside.
Yeah.
Ball at the 1-yard line.
That's Pablo Alvarado down in the ball at the 1. So the Lions are going to have 99 yards.
That guy must be a shortstop, Sarge.
Not only they caught it, he hit the brakes when he caught it as well. Good play call by the Dragons coach to go with the quick kick, and good execution by the quarterback to kick that one just perfect. And so Lockhart comes out back against the wall. You got to think you're going to get a dose of Nathan Rowland here.
And Rowland will head
Oh, we
off
broke
to
the huddle with
sideline.
12.
Well, you're not losing much.
Yeah.
Probably
half the distance to the goal line. From
Well,
there,
we're already on the 2-foot line, and they just shimmy the ball a little bit. And so Lockhart's got some options there. As they do have looks like Roland Bright's in the backfield. We have seen them run quarterback power with Caden Mavis as well. Might not be a bad time to get behind your running back. And we'll see what the Lockharts do to get out of trouble here.
Gonzalez set up behind Mavis. Man in motion going across the back of the line of scrimmage. And he'll hand it off to Gonzalez. Comes around the left side, and he'll pick up a couple of yards. Gets out of the end zone.
So that is why they broke the huddle with 12. Both Gonzalez and Roland Bright were in there. And then when they broke it, one of them realized, I got to go. And my time gets them a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, gets out to the 4-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Lions.
And now you're able to open up your playbook a little bit, and you don't feel so panicked.
And Gage Deutsch all alone up top. Frohawk here to the bottom.
Oh, bad snap. Got it out of the end zone.
Yeah, good job by Mavis just to get that ball out of the end zone and then fall on it and avoid, potential disaster and letting them score a go-ahead touchdown. So not what you want, but good job by the young player to think quick and get on top of that ball. They'll be right back to where they started, and it'll be 3rd down and 10 from the 1-yard line.
As we see Wes Abel coming in. He'll take the slot position on the far side.
3rd and long.
And this time Gonzalez will be set to the right side of Mavis.
Looks like they'll bring a blitz.
They'll get
they
the
will
snap.
bring them.
Design roll out to his right.
Ooh.
Throws it over towards the far side. And
Just a little bit behind
Yeah,
Abel
just
on that one.
a little bit short there.
Abel was open. He ran a great route. So we'll see the punt team come in, and sophomore punter Evan Estrada will have the goalpost to his back. He'll be standing pretty much under his own goalpost.
And he'll be kicking against a stiff wind, as we'll have number 13.
And we'll see if they
Muniz.
I wonder if they risk doing the rugby-style kick or just try to get a quick kick and get it out.
We'll see. All he's ever done is the rugby kick, though.
That's certainly effective. I just don't know if I want my punter running around the end zone right now. Yeah.
And a low line drive kick. It'll take a line roll.
Keep rolling.
Hey, keep rolling all the way down to the 39-yard line in Lion territory, where the Dragons will take possession of the football.
Man, that'll be a 43-yard punt from Estrada. Not bad at all.
So back-to-back defensive stands here in the second quarter has us with 8:10 left to go in the Shields AC and Hughes second quarter.
Who saw the battle of the defenses coming tonight? I certainly did not with the points that they were able to score last week. They scored 35 in their opener. Lockhart doing a good job so far to hold them to 7, and then Lockhart scoring their first points.
Yeah, Michael Castillo chimes in. Great coverage. Thanks for making this happen. Give a big shout-out to all of our sponsors here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast for making this happen. As Franco's in shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 up top.
Timeout, Southwest.
And a timeout by the Dragons. That's going to be their second timeout.
Different strategy here, TD. They'd see a lot more spread formation out of the Dragons.
Seems like a little bit of confusion on the offensive side of things.
Well, they're in general, from what I've seen, not super used to running that spread. So maybe something they're still really working on and working the kinks out of. They are usually a running team.
Yeah, they didn't use it very much against their scrimmage against Holmes or last week against Harlandale.
They may not have needed it either. You know.
Also, yeah.
And Lockhart has done a pretty good job of stymieing their run.
I tell you what, as a coach, it's tough to install 2 systems and be good at one of them.
Yeah. Another shout out from Glenda's Delivery says, thank you for broadcasting.
Think she'd deliver to us down here in
Right
San
now?
Antonio. It's only about 2 hours from Lockhart. I think my drive took me about an hour and 50 minutes to get here.
So
from
here
the
we
high school.
So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Franco in shotgun formation gets the snap. He'll hand the ball off. It'll be a reverse to Voss. And nice block on the far side.
Great run.
And that's going to be Caden Rowland Bright with a big tackle. Touchdown saving tackle.
And the Lockhart player thought he was blocked in the back, but what he didn't realize is it was his own player got blocked into him.
So great job by sealing the blocks out there on the far side for the Dragons. Catching the Lockhart Lions. Playing very aggressive defensively so far.
Well, early in the year, the San Antonio Dragons coach flips all the way to the back of the playbook where you got that trick play section and brings out the reverse, and it was successful.
So 1st and 10 coming up inside the 23-yard line. And inside handoff to the running back. He's going to be tripped up.
He's upended by Aiden Scott. And, Coach, that's one of those things where you get to do it one time, right? You know, and after you've done it one time, you've spilled the beans, and generally you don't run it 2 times in a game.
That's Charles Stemley with the carry. And we'll get the ball down to the 17-yard line where it'll be 2nd down and a long 3.
And by the time they snap it, we will be under 7 minutes to go here in the Shields AC and Heating second quarter.
Once again, coming out in the spread offense. Franco with the snap. He'll hand it off to the running back. Coming around to the near side, being chased by a host of Lions. Gets around the edge and gets chased out of bounds.
And Lockhart played that really well. Still able to pick up a 1st down, but they definitely stretched it out, just got around the edge.
Yeah, that was Dorian Moxley showing some tremendous speed to get around the edge.
He sure did. A couple Lions were just close to having their hands on him, but that speed has proved to be a little too much. And once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Lions Pride Sports Broadcast. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, we appreciate each and every one of you and are glad to bring you Lockhart Lions football.
This time Moxley will be the deep back, and he'll get the handoff, goes around the left side, and he'll be stuffed just inside the 10. And they'll have the ball at the 7-yard line or at the 8-yard line where it'll be 1st down and 2nd down at 7.
And big opportunity for Southwest. They've been in the Lockhart side of the field several times now and been turned away.
And I do realize we got a lot of shadows on the screen. We do have the camera inside the press box. We did not have access to a balcony on the outside.
So stop complaining.
So handoff to the deep back. Moxley goes right up the middle. And he'll cross the 5-yard line out to the 4.
And he'll be short of the 1st down, so it will be 3rd down. Looks like it'll be 3rd and 3. So big 3rd down here for the Lions. Lockhart looking to turn them away yet again. And Lockhart has the big man up front, Julian Benavidez. He's been making an impact, tying up 2 blockers at a time. I'd like to see a package where they get maybe Benavidez and Miles Carter in there at the same time. Get 2 big bodies up front.
So 3rd down and 3 coming up.
Wildcat.
That's going to be Voss with the carry going around the left side, and he's going to be knocked down in the backfield on an excellent open field tackle by Aiden Scott.
Aiden Scott is flying around the field tonight. That's his 4th or 5th big tackle, at big moments that he's had. Just playing with reckless abandon. One of the things I think back to last year and remember is when we were interviewing some of the seniors, we were interviewing Trey Brown, and we kind of asked him, who's the dog? Who's that next guy that's going to be a dog on this team? And he called him out. He said Aiden Scott, will be the next dog safety, and he's definitely living up to that.
Oh.
This one's going to be a field goal attempt. That's going to be right to the uprights and good. And the San Antonio Southwest Dragons retake the lead 10-7 over the Lockhart Lions with 4:38 left to go here in the Shields AC and Heating second quarter.
Man, Lockhart gives up 3 points, but the defense definitely doing their job and playing well there to keep San Antonio out of the end zone and to keep it to a field goal.
We got a great shout out, a couple of them, from Paul Buckner. Says, "Hey Sarge, coach and TD."
I know that guy.
Yeah. And Sammy Abada, shout out to Lions Pride Sports Broadcast for y'all streaming all these games. Appreciate y'all, man. And once again, that's a big shout out to our sponsors. Of course, I want to give them a shout out now. Our main sponsors for the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast 2024 to 2025 season is Kent Riddle Properties, Kreitz Market, and Quantum Towing. as well as our quarter specialists, Quantum Towman first quarter, Shields AC and Heating second quarter, Adam and Sons third quarter, Old Pal Texas Tavern fourth and final quarter. And our other sponsors, Stay Holy, Adrian Gutierrez Photography, Meitler Plumbing, and Texas Event Shuttle.
And you know who else needs a big shout-out, Sarge, is mine and your wife's for allowing us to do this for you folks. It's like, hey, every Friday night for the next 2 months we're
on
going. We're either going or we'll come home late. We're both.
Yeah, the Dragons will be kicking the ball off. We got Frohawk and Bright back deep. And it'll be in the hands of Frohawk, and they'll fake the reverse. And Frohawk coming around the near side, sidesteps a couple, takes a dive at the 15-yard line, and that's where the Lockhart Lions are going to have the ball first down in 10.
They worked on that the entire week, TD, and I'm glad they used it.
Looked like the turf monster just reached up and got him there. He was showing some nifty moves. But as I kind of commented at the beginning, the field is turf, but it appears visibly worn.
Yeah. Almost looks like there's puddles of water out there, but
yeah,
it's not.
I mean, I feel like the middle of the field is where you can kind of see the most wear on the field. It's hard not having been down there really knowing the texture, but definitely looks different than some of the turf fields we've seen.
So with 4:31 left to go here in the Shields AC Heating second quarter, here comes Caden Mavis out once again. Frohawk set up here to the near side. Gage Deutsch up on the top side.
And this is their 21 personnel, 2 running backs.
They're rolling in motion. They'll hand it off to Gonzalez up the middle, following his blockers.
And his blockers doing a good job pushing that pile and getting him 5 yards.
So the 5-yard gain will get him out to the 20-yard line. That'll bring up second down and 5.
And saw big number, I think it was big number 75, Sal Hinojosa there, the sophomore, kind of leading the way, pushing that pile on the right side for the Lions.
Once again, Roland and Gonzalez in the backfield. That'll be a handoff to Gonzalez as he follows Roland's block. And Gonzalez pushing forward.
Still going.
And he'll pick up a first down after picking up 9 yards on the carry.
Coach, yards after contact.
Yes.
Man, that is it for Mr. My Time Gonzalez. Yeah. He you know.
How about yards while being contacted?
Yeah, well, I mean, you want to get him going, hit him. And then you're going to find out that leg drive just does not stop. And only the second game of the year. My Time didn't break out and have a real big game last week. He did have one really big run for the Lions last week. But My Time still looking for his first 100-yard game of the year. He had a lot of them last year.
Yeah, first fresh set of downs. Mavis throws out to the far side. Got Gage Deutsch, gets around the edge.
Still going.
And still going. And he'll pick up a first down out to the 41-yard line.
Late hit out of bounds.
Yeah. Penalty flag coming towards the end. As Coach mentioned, late hit.
And Gage Deutsch showing us exactly what made him the Kreitz Market Offensive Player of the Game last week, and that was really, we talked about yards after contact, yards after catch. He just continues to fight and claw for every extra inch he can get, catching that ball essentially behind the line of scrimmage and then able to pick up 14.
And not only that, the catch from Jaimes to Gage Deutsch was the good old boys' catch of the day last week. And right now our leading catch of the day is that big touchdown pass from Mavis to Frohawk.
Oh, that is definitely in the running for sure. And it'll be hard to top that one. We'll definitely make that decision, and we'll show you the good old boys fishing catch of the day. And that'll be in the fourth quarter, and we'll show you that.
TD, when he took our picture last night with Gage, I told him, stop growing, man. You make us look like midgets.
Well, to be fair, most people that come in with you guys make you look kind of short.
Yeah, I think
the cheerleaders yesterday.
Even the
cheerleaders made it look
cheerleader was taller than me.
We'll have to make a couple boxes and keep them in there for the photos.
All right, a fresh set of downs as the Lockhart Lions are in Dragon territory. Inside handoff to Gonzalez. He'll bounce it out to the near side. Cuts it upfield and gets it across the 40.
What a cut to the outside. We'll run a quick replay here and show you that outside jump cut by My Time. I mean, you talk about break some ankles. He's breaking ankles, knees, hips. And watch him come out of the backfield here. So Gonzalez takes the handoff. He's bottled up, and then big jump cut to the outside just fools everybody.
As we get back to action, this time Gonzalez in motion. The ball's going to get away from Mavis. He's going to have to fall on top of it as it goes all the way back into Lion territory.
Hey, but I'll say this once again from a young player, smart move. Too many times you'll see that happen to a young player, and because they're young and inexperienced, they try to do too much. They try to grab the ball and end up kicking it, or the other team ends up getting it. So great job by that young man just to settle on down, jump on the ball, and live to fight another day. I mean, you're only third and 20 now as opposed to turning the ball over.
Yeah, 3rd down and 18 coming up.
And it'll be 4 wide receivers this time, 1 running back. That's Nathan Rowland in the backfield.
Yeah, Frohawk all by himself here on the bottom. Yeah, they'll jump. That'll be a free play. And they'll throw it up top to Frohawk, and that one's almost picked off, but wouldn't have counted either way, as it's going to be offsides on the defense.
And another veteran move there by Mavis, the quarterback, to know he had a free play, and he didn't even really have to look. He could just chunk it up, and maybe Jordan would get there, maybe he wouldn't. Yeah, I'm definitely impressed by Mavis being a sophomore and the maturity that he shows on plays like that, and even jumping on those fumbles, and really seems to keep his composure about him.
He's a competitor, TD.
Well, every coach's kid is, right? They're always some of the hardest workers. They put in the extra time, and because they have the extra expectation, and 99% of the time they live up to it.
I hear he's an excellent baseball player also.
Well, you got to do something in the off season, I guess.
Was a penalty against Lockhart, or they did not move the ball at all?
Must have been offsetting and replay the down.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So same formation for the Lions. Mavis drops back, has to roll around to his right as the pressure comes right up the middle. And Mavis will keep it, and he'll slide.
Good slide.
Yeah.
Talk about a baseball player.
Yeah.
And he'll take the slide at the 46-yard line.
And while it is 4th down for the Lions, they managed that situation with the bad snap well, and now they'll have a chance to punt the ball away. It looks like Southwest.
They called their third and final timeout.
Minute and 34 seconds left to go here in the Shields AC and Heating second quarter, as the bands have come out of the stands and they are staging around the track, getting ready for the Kreitz Market halftime show, where unfortunately we will not have the audio for you, but we'll definitely show it to you.
So go through the comment section. Marcos Norma Gonzalez says, "Keep it up, Lions." Now let's go Dylan, number 55. And Susie Nicholas, way to go, Lions.
And, Coach, what do you think? Any chance Lockhart goes for it here? We've seen
It's
Southwest
possible.
already go
It's
for
possible.
it 2 times.
I mean, good field position here.
Yeah, they are going into the wind, but, yeah, like I said, we've seen Southwest do it twice on 4th and long. Lockhart yet to go for it on a 4th down. We did see the one rugby-style kick.
And you can see the Dragons defense coming out, playing somewhat of a prevent defense. They got 3 defensive backs right around the 34-yard line, where it would be 1st down for the Lockhart Lions. That's where they would need to get to.
And they brought the blitz last time and had Mavis running quick.
They got 3 receivers up top, 1 to the bottom.
Looks like they're going to bring it again this time. Keep your eye on number 33. He's their star defensive player at middle linebacker. He had 16 tackles last week. Lockhart tries to use the hard count to pull him off. Then they'll call a timeout.
So while they'll take a timeout, we'll take a timeout too, and we'll be right back with more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
If you're looking to capture that special moment, let Adrian Gutierrez Photography capture that special moment for you. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, family photo, or any special occasion, Adrian Gutierrez Photography is the right one to turn that special moment into a memory that will last a lifetime. Adrian Gutierrez proudly supports Lockhart Lion Athletics and can be seen at many events in Lockhart, as well as at Lockhart Lions sporting events, offering his time to create special moments for the Lockhart community. You can contact Adrian Gutierrez Photography at 512-227-6794. Email adriangutierrezphotography@gmail.com or his website adriangutierrezphotography.com.
We're back from the timeout. We'll go through a couple of scores here.
So it looks like Lockhart will go ahead and punt it here as Estrada's out on the field. Minute and 34 seconds left to go in the first half.
It'd be an opportune time for a fake.
And Estrada has got the wheels, folks. If you don't know, he was part of the Lockhart record-setting 4x100 team. So he's a lot more than just kicker. He played a lot of defense and safety last year as well, and really did a good job on the JV on the defensive side of the football. And also, I think, caught a few passes last year as well. So he's not your typical, punter that just kind of hangs out by the water cooler.
Excellent soccer player also.
So here we go, Lions 4th and 11.
Second high snap he's had to handle.
That'll be a low spiral kick. It'll take a sandwich hop at the 11, and it'll be down at the 14-yard line. So while we got this time, let's go through some scores around the district. Games that are going on right now. College Station Cougars 35, Magnolia Bulldogs 21. They are at halftime. Also at halftime, it is Forney Jackrabbits 20. College Station A&M Consolidated 14.
I saw you skip that Luling score. Give it to us now.
Anderson Trojans 20, Elgin Wildcat 0. That's in the second quarter. At halftime, it was Pflugerville Weiss Wolves 20, San Marcos Rattlers 0. And, of course, Kyle Lehman Lobos take on San Antonio J Mustangs next week. And for all you Luling fans out there, at halftime, it is Anderson Shiro, the Fighting Owls 20, Luling Eagles 0.
And shout out to Luling Eagles fans. I saw them at the gas station along I-10.
Yeah, Franco gets the snap, drops back, rolls around to his left side, got the receiver wide open on the far sideline. And it's going to be brought down in bounds, or they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 39-yard line. So a big first down.
At this point, you're telling your defense, bring them down in bounds. There's only a minute and 15 left. So you bring them down in bounds, even on big gains a couple times. They're going to reset those sticks. That clock will move.
Southwest is out of timeout, so as soon as it's at the chains, the clock starts.
And we are right at 1:05 left to go here in the Shields AC and Heating second quarter. Franco drops back. They're going to throw deep over the middle. And that one's going to be incomplete.
Well, he got dang lucky there because Bob Estrada just kind of lost his footing, got tangled up. Otherwise, that's going to be an easy interception for Bob Estrada there. So we've seen a couple times those long throws with this wind at their back really seem to be sailing on them. So we'll see Guerra come out of the game, and Lockhart will bring another safety into the game.
And that'll stop the clock with 55 seconds. Lockhart does have one more. No, they're out of timeouts themselves.
So this is definitely Lockhart's nickel package.
And Franco rolls around to his right side, got the receiver out there, in and out of the hands.
Incomplete.
And great coverage out there by number 14, Miguel Portillo.
And great pressure by Caden Roland Bright as he came from his drop position to really force that throw before he wanted to.
Yeah, third down and 10, only 5 seconds taken off the clock.
And Lockhart may yet see a chance to even get this ball back, and Lockhart does have a one timeout, correct?
I believe they have one timeout left. I see it up there on the screen. I've only seen them use 2 timeouts, so we'll put that one timeout back on the screen for the Lions. So third down and 10 coming for the Dragons. Franco once again rolls out to his right side. Got the receiver almost picked off into the hands of the receiver who steps out of bounds in Lion territory.
And that was number 16 who got his hands on the ball. That's Keelan Lyles, who's come in the game kind of as their second corner.
And a big catch and a big first down.
Or third corner, rather.
For the Dragons as they are in line territory at the 47-yard line with 44 seconds left to go here in the Shields AC and Heating second quarter.
And so kind of in this dime package, you see Bob Estrada and Aiden Scott back deep, and then essentially what you've got is 3 cornerbacks, in the game.
This time they'll have 3 receivers up top, 1 to the bottom. Franco drops back, throws over to the near side, got the receiver, makes the catch. Nice spin move into the open field.
Oh, no.
And into the end zone for a Dragon touchdown with 33 seconds left to go here in the Shields AC and Heating second quarter.
And is that number 3? Yep, that's number 3 for them. That's going to be Charles Stimley.
Number 2.
Or was it number 2? Okay. That was Azarian Voss with a catch. And, Lockhart really just got fooled by the inside move on that one. Then he had enough speed where you weren't going to make it up. And they'll go up just ahead of halftime.
And the snap's going to be bobbled, roll around to his right side into the end zone. 2-point conversion will be No good.
That was close.
Yes, it was.
Good job by the holder to try to recover on that one. They had a pretty close pass there. And so we'll see. Never know when that failed extra point may come into play later in the game. But right now, Lockhart finds herself down by 9.
16-7 with 32 seconds left to go here in the.
Last week at Victoria West, Lockhart still well within striking distance and visually a lot closer game. As Lockhart offense has been able to move the ball.
And Lockhart does get the
right.
receive the kickoff for the second half. And with 32 seconds, we'll have to see what kind of tricks Coach Mavis will have in his hat.
And unfortunately, they're still going to be into the wind, so I'm going to say they're probably going to need to get the ball inside the 20 to try to take any kind of shot at a field goal. So they'll have a ways to go. But you never know. That could change in a heartbeat with these two deep men back.
Yeah, Frohawk and Caden Roland Bright, two of the record breakers of the 4x4 100 relay team for the Lockhart
I can
Lions.
tell you just from watching Frohawk today, he's heating up. You know, he's heating up. He's got some more touches here tonight. You can visually see his energy back there, and he's just itching to get his hands on the ball and make a difference for his team.
So Escoto will kick this one away. And this one's going to be fielded by Frohawk at the 6-yard line. He'll make his move over towards the far sideline. Got the edge and picks up a nice chunk of yardage out to the 30-yard line where they're going to mark him out of bounds with 24 seconds left to go here in the Shields AC and Heating second quarter.
Well, he was one block away there.
Showed good speed.
Yeah, the return game continues to get better and better for the Lions. My favorite part about it is the secure catch. Just, making sure you hold on to that ball. Everything you do after that's great. Yeah, it will be marked at the right hash on the 30-yard line, so the Lockhart Lions will be 70 yards away from pay dirt with only 24 seconds left to go.
And I think there was a holding penalty on the Lions. That's going to move it back to the 20. So that'll make it first down and 10.
So maybe he was 2 blocks away. And we see my time split out at a wide receiver. They're going to go with an empty set, 5 wide receivers. My time and Frohawk on the near side of the field.
What about draw?
It'll be draw for Mavis. He'll get around the right edge, and he'll pick up a nice chunk of yards, about a 9-yard run. That'll bring up second down and 1.
Clock continues to run, under 10 seconds. It does not look like the Lions will get a playoff. They'll head in for halftime.
So that's going to do it for the Shields AC and Heating second quarter as we are done with one half of football. As we go into the Kreitz Market halftime show, it is San Antonio Southwest 16, Lockhart Lions 7. We're going to take a quick time out, and we'll be back right before the start of the Adam & Sons AC and Heating third quarter right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Adam & Sons AC and Heating is a locally owned business. President, CEO, and U.S. Navy veteran Adam Renteria has been certified in HVAC since 2010. Adam is also certified as a home performance specialist through BPI. Adam & Sons offers professional work, excellent quality service with affordable prices, whether it's commercial or residential. Adam & Sons is the one to call. Contact Adam & Sons AC and Heating at 512-844-2695 or email adamrenteria64air@yahoo.com. Mention you heard this ad on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast and get 10% off your service call.
If you're looking to capture that special moment, let Adrian Gutierrez Photography capture that special moment for you. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, family photo, or any special occasion, Adrian Gutierrez Photography is the right one to turn that special moment into a memory that will last a lifetime. Adrian Gutierrez proudly supports Lockhart Lion Athletics and can be seen at many events in Lockhart, as well as at Lockhart Lions sporting events, offering his time to create special moments for the Lockhart community. You can contact Adrian Gutierrez Photography at 512-227-6794, email adriangutierrezphotography@gmail.com, or his website adriangutierrezphotography.com. Kent Riddle Properties has been the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast since 2020, and has been a big supporter of Lockhart Lion Sports for over 40 years. Lockhart Lion fans all over the world have been able to follow the games on the Kent Riddle Properties scoreboard, as well as being the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Kent is also the QA guy for every broadcast. Kent Riddle has been in the real estate business for over 35 years. If you are looking to buy, sale, or lease a property in the area, you can contact Kent Riddle at 512-359-0036. Meitler Plumbing LLC is the one to call on for your plumbing service work in Lockhart and Caldwell County. Call Darren Meitler from Meitler Plumbing at 512-398-3146. Darren has been with the family business for over 30 years, and has been voted best plumber in Caldwell County numerous times. Master licensed and bonded. So, for any plumbing issues, call Meitler Plumbing for your plumbing service. Darren Meitler is also a 1989 Lockhart alumni and football captain for Lockhart Lions. Go Lions! Once a Lion, always a Lion.
Old Pal Texas Tavern, located on the square in downtown Lockhart at 100 East Market Street. From a variety of appetizers, fried chicken, burgers, and salads, Old Pal is the right place for your hunger. We're open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Fridays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Our kitchen will be open late for Lockhart Lions Friday Night Lights home games. Old Pal Texas Tavern, cold drinks, fried chicken, and famous smash burgers are perfect for your after-game score. At Old Pals, we are proud supporters of the Lockhart Lions and the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Smoke Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market has been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoke Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, fifth-generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under Pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to kreitzmarket.com. That's www.kreitzmarket.com.
Shields AC and Heating is a small family-owned business located here in Lockhart, Texas. You can count on us for all your air conditioning and heating repairs. Here at Shields AC and Heating, we service commercial and residential HVAC system as well as refrigeration, ice machines, and walk-in coolers. So, if you're in need of commercial or residential AC repairs, you can count on Shields AC and Heating to be there for you by calling us at 512-227-1219. We take pride in your comfort.
if you find yourself on the side of the road or in an accident. Call Quantum Towing and Recovery at 512-295-8697. Quantum Towing has been a family-owned business since 2000. We offer 24-hour towing and recovery service for your vehicle. With 4 locations to serve you in Kyle, San Marcos, Luling, and Lockhart, Quantum Towing is only a phone call away.
My name is Nathaniel Gonzalez, also known as My Time Gonzalez on the football field.
Same formation.
Same play.
Hand off to Gonzalez. He got room to run across his midfield to the 40, the 30, the 20, 10. End zone, touchdown, Gonzalez.
When I'm not on the football field, I run a small Christian brand with 2 of my friends, Sam Mancius and Gabby Longoria. This allows us to spread our Lord and Savior's message. We make shirts, shorts, sweaters, cut-off hoodies, car decals, and drawstrings backpack. My design is to have a unique verse of your choosing on the back of the shirt or hoodie. If you would like to support Stay Holy, scan the QR code and check out what we have. Or for more info, you can send us an email to stayholy21@gmail.com. If Jesus could do it all, we could try. God bless and go Lions.
Welcome to today's broadcast of Lockhart Lions Sports on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast, brought to you by our main sponsors, Kent Riddle Properties, Kreitz Market, and Quantum Towing. And now from the press box with the broadcasting crew of our football analyst, the coach Amato Galvez, color commentary TD Tom Dunn, and the voice of Lockhart Lions Sports, Emilio the Sarge Juarez.
And we are back for the Kreitz Market halftime show, as we were able to see the Lockhart Lion Roaring Band. Unable to hear it, unable to get the crowd mic out. They had to have the door secured at all times, and unfortunately our microphone cord would not allow that to happen. But we are back. We are set for the second half kickoff, as the Lockhart Lions will be receiving a kick here at halftime. It is San Antonio Southwest Dragons 16, Lockhart Lions 7, as the Dragons break out of their tunnel, their little area, and the Lockhart Lions coming out of the tunnel themselves. Coach, going into halftime, what are you telling your offense and what are you telling your defense as Coach Mavis talks to them in the locker room?
Offensively, just get the football and hold on to the football. By holding on to the football, keep drives going. We can't go 3 and out with these guys. Keep the ball away from them, and that'll give our defense time to rest, because we're getting worn out there. Defensively, also, you got to make the tackle. Make sure you make the tackle. And there's a couple of times we were in the right position. We just missed one or two tackles, and boom, they're going for a touchdown. So you got to make sure you wrap up, make your tackles.
Break
offense, keep the ball away from them.
When you talked about the defense being on the field, Mr. Moody from Lockhart Post Register was kind enough to share with me during half. The time of possession was like 16 or 17 minutes for them to 6 minutes for Lockhart. So San Antonio Southwest held the ball, 3/4 of that first half. So Lockhart will definitely want to flip that time of possession here in the second half, especially trailing being down by 9. It's a 2-score game, but Lockhart can go ahead with a touchdown and a field goal.
And once again, Lockhart will be receiving the second half kickoff, and Dragons will be defending the left end zone as you're watching the broadcast, going left to right, and Lions will be going right to left against the wind. So in the fourth quarter, Lockhart Lions will have the wind at their back.
Run it against the wind. And Lockhart's heading out onto the field to receive the kickoff.
And there towards the end of the first half, we had a nice return from Frohock.
Well,
unfortunately, it was called back for a hold-in penalty.
I talked about it at the beginning of the game. There's some things here, including the wind and the way they do punts and how our returners have been, heating up more and more. Special teams has a potential to, at some point, swing this game one way or the other. And, Jordan Frohock's been, like I said, you could see him just heating up. You could see his energy's high. He wants the football. Looks like they may switch sides this time, seeing if they try to maybe keep it away from him. He's on the other side this time.
And here after the kickoff, I'll give you a rundown of scores throughout the district.
Including little brother Luley.
Yeah. And Escoto will kick this one away, and this one's going to be fielded by Bright at the 2-yard line. He'll bring it upfield, and it's going to be tripped up just before he gets to the 20-yard line to the 19.
You talk about watching the ball in. Bright made 110% sure that he had that ball secured before he took off.
All right, so right now we got College Station Cougars 35, Magnolia Bulldogs 21, Forney Jackrabbits 27, College Station A&M 21, Austin Anderson Trojans 34, Elgin Wildcats 7, Pflugerville Weiss Wolves 27, San Marcos Rattlers 0. And, of course, here at Legacy Stadium, it is Lockhart Lions 7, San Antonio Southwest Dragons 16. And Lehman Lobos play tomorrow night against San Antonio John Jay.
Mavis from the gun.
And he'll quick throw out to Gage Deutsch, breaks through an arm tackle. He'll pick up the first down and more out to the 35-yard line.
And with Gage, there's always and more. As he moves the chains on the first play from scrimmage in the second half for the Lions.
Such good hands.
The 3 receivers to the near side. Mavis gets the snap. He'll fake the handoff. Quick throw once again to Gage. Deutsch unable to hang on to it. He was all by himself.
Bragged about him too much.
Same play, 2 times in a row there, and that one just out ahead of the fingertips of Deutsch. He was able to touch it, but not quite reel it in.
I think he would have scored, TD. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Here we
little
go.
bit mustard on that one.
Coach got a special shout out and says, "Let's go Lions. Appreciate all you men do broadcasting the game," from one Patricio Natal, former Lockhart Lion quarterback back in the day.
Wow. Yay, Pat.
And there's some other Lockhart Lions veterans watching, as I got a text during halftime from the Lockhart linebacker from last year, Zakiah Gathings, tuning in from Austin, Texas.
2nd and 10, rolling in motion. He'll get the pass coming out of the backfield, and he's going to be met by a host of Dragons, and he'll be brought down for a loss of 2.
Well, he lost 2 yards, but there was a potential there for him to lose 6 or 7. He did a good job of making the first man miss and then trying to get as much as he could. Looked like the San Antonio Southwest quarterback coach may have just got a bit of a warning from the ref as he's coming way out on the field, all the way to the numbers between plays.
So 3rd down and 13 coming up. Check that, make that 3rd down and 12. Maybe his design roll out to his right. Got the receiver wide open, underthrows Abel, and that one's going to be picked off by the Dragons, number 24.
Abel was wide open behind the defense, and maybe it's just on the run, unable to get enough into that throw to get it over the defenders. But if he gets enough on that, Abel's going for 6. So that's 2 plays in that drive that could have gone for touchdowns for the Lions.
Andre Sullivan with the interception for the Dragons, and the Dragons will have their first possession and second turnover of the night. First possession of the second half. And they'll have the ball at the 44-yard line in Lion territory.
Well, Lions unable to get it done on offense as they turn the ball over on an interception. They'll once again send that defense back out on the field as Lockhart offense only had the ball for about 3 minutes there.
Yeah, it'll be
reverse
coming around the near side to number 1. Stiffs arm a defender before he's chased out of bounds by number 9, Dylan White. That's Tyson Dean with the big stiff arm.
20. Got a Lockhart player shaking up. He's coming out. He'll be all right.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 4 on the 6-yard run by Dean. As A.J. Franco comes to the sideline after each play to get the call from head coach, Coach Franco of the Dragons. Mills will get the toss in the backfield, comes around the left side and tries to stiff arm a defender, and he'll pick up a nice chunk of yards. He'll pick up a first down out to the 30. They'll mark him out at the 29-yard line, so it'll be a fresh set of downs for the Dragons, 1st and 10. And they'll mark it at the 28 now.
Number 9's for Lockhart saying, everybody's trying to stiff arm me.
Yeah.
So I talked about it there in the first half is, like to see some kind of defense where they get big number 74 Benavidez and number 90 Miles Carter in there. They are both in there in the middle of that defense right now. 2 big boys that can make a big impact.
So they'll move the ball back to the 29. It'll be the 1st and 10.
So Lockhart essentially drops one of the defensive ends, brings in another tackle.
It'll be a toss to number 2 going around the far sideline. And then he'll be chased out of bounds by Bob Estrada. That's going to be Voss with the carry.
So, Coach, where we expected them to hurt us was up the middle and off tackle, but it's been everything out on the perimeter, around the edge at times.
Found
Portillo
success.
and Aiden Scott have done a good job of containing it, but they are finding some success around the outside here in the second half.
This 7-yard run, that'll bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Dragons as they are at the 22-yard line in Lion territory. The Lions are going to need to come up with a big stop. Definitely don't want to give up another touchdown or even another field goal at this point.
Yeah, you want to keep this a 2-possession game and keep it within reach. Like our defense shifting late.
Franco dropping back, looking to throw over here towards the near side. That one's going to be caught at the 1 and into the end zone for a Dragon touchdown.
That's a
on
good
a
catch.
Beautiful catch by Voss.
And I really think the late shift by the Lions was just enough there to cause a little bit of confusion and put someone a step behind their man, and they're able to capitalize on it, and they're going to take this thing to a 3-possession game.
Escoto will be coming in to kick the extra point. Snap is back, hold is down, the kick is up, and it is good. And with that, and 10:01 left to go here in the Adam & Sons AC Heating third quarter, it is San Antonio Southwest 23, Lockhart Lions 7. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with more Lockhart Lions football right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Adam & Sons AC and Heating is a locally owned business. President, CEO, and U.S. Navy veteran Adam Renteria has been certified in HVAC since 2010. Adam is also certified as a home performance specialist through BPI. Adam & Sons offers professional work, excellent quality service with affordable prices, whether it's commercial or residential. Adam & Sons is the one to call. Contact Adam & Sons AC and Heating at 512-844-2695 or email adamrenteria64air@yahoo.com. Mention you heard this ad on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast and get 10% off your service call.
As we are back, you take a look at the touchdown pass by the Dragons. Extra point is good, and we are at, once again, 10 minutes left to go here in the Adam & Sons AC and Heating third quarter.
Yeah, it's the last time it was Caden Roland Bright with a return for the Lions. Didn't make it out to the 20 or right at the 20. He'll have another shot this time.
And he'll field it right around the 3-yard line. He'll bring it upfield, right up the gut. And this time he'll get it up the field a little bit further on down.
Looks like they're going to mark him at the 26, 27-yard line. So better that time for the Lockhart Lions on field position.
And they'll mark him down at the 28-yard line.
Oh, we saw some great flashes in that last series from Lockhart before the interception. We saw Gage Deutsch with a great catch and run, and then just missed him on a second one. And then on that final play where the interception was, Wesley Abel was wide open behind the defense. These receivers for Lockhart, they're getting open, and it's only a matter of time before Mavis finds them.
And Mavis set in shotgun formation. Deutsch in motion. They'll fake the jet sweep to him, be it a rolling first carry of the night going around the right side, and he'll pick up some good yardage. It'll be a 7-yard run. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3.
And you don't see much drop-off from the senior to the sophomore at running back.
Yeah, nice job by Coach Mavis by putting Gage Deutsch in motion and faking the jet sweep to him.
And a lot of eyes went with him as he crossed the formation. And then he threw a good block as well.
And here we go, 3 receivers here to the near side, Gage, Abel, and Froha.
That formation Coach called out earlier really likes this formation.
Roland will get the handoff. He'll pick up the first down. Forward momentum will take him out to the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions.
And so Roland's starting to put some yards together. Yes, he was good for 12 on that first start of the series there.
And we'll see My Time Gonzalez checking back into the ball game.
And they are a 1-2 punch.
They both complement each other in the backfield. They'll hand it off to Gonzalez coming around the near side. Splits the defenders, still on his feet. And he'll get it out to the 43-yard line.
Good block downfield by 55.
Well, Polly really did. He's way downfield and just continuing to play to the whistle and just throwing people around.
And blocks like that will make him one of the top offensive linemen in the district.
As he was last year, first team all-district. And we saw him get in on the defensive side of the ball a little bit last week. Maybe we'll see that again today.
Yeah, 2nd and 7 coming up for the Lions. There, Gonzalez with an inside handoff. Sidesteps a defender and keeps pushing his feet forward and sometimes backwards, and he'll pick up the first down as he crosses midfield out to the 47-yard line in Dragon territory.
Lockhart really getting the run game going in this series here, and you've got to respect it, and that should open up some passing lanes for Mavis as well.
And no huddle offense for the Lockhart Lions as they'll get the play from the sideline.
I look for Lockhart to maybe use a hard count here at some point. There's been a good bit of flinching going on that front defensive line for San Antonio Southwest.
A quick throw out to Gage Deutsch, and little miscommunication out there. Looks like Mavis was expecting Gage Deutsch to take that route a little bit further out to the sideline, Coach, and just stopped on the route.
Yes, exactly what happened.
Well, if there's a number one thing that high school receivers do with their routes is they take them a little too deep, because you always want to get that extra yard. I know I did it every time I ran a flat route. Somehow it was a 5-yard out instead.
So 2nd and 10 coming up for the Lions. Rolling back in the backfield. He'll get the handoff, goes around the right edge. He's going to be stood up at the line of scrimmage, and he'll press forward, and he'll pick up extra yardage. It'll be a 3-yard gain.
Well, I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Lockhart linemen. At the end of every running play, there's 2, 3 linemen, 8, 9, 10 yards down the field staying with their blocks, and that's a big indicator of how well your line is doing against competition, is where you end up at the end of the play. And when you've got 3 or 4 of them 10 yards downfield on a run play, they're getting it done.
And they'll mark the ball down at the 44-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Lions. They'll hand it off to Roland. He'll go right up the middle, and he'll pick up a big run of 8 yards.
Good tough
and a
run.
big first down for the Lockhart Lions.
And big confidence shown in the run game by Lockhart to run it on 3rd down and long, and they pick it up no problem. Lockhart's marching down the field.
Man, you got to give it up to the big guys up front that are creating those
they're
holes.
Blocking.
Yes.
They are blocking.
The unsung heroes of the offense.
Well, and one that you may not see, may not mention as much as that tight end, but it's an important part of this offense for the Lions, and that's Parker Connor in there now.
That quick throw to Frohock. He's wide open. He'll pick up the first down for the Lockhart Lions as he gets it inside the 25 out to the 24-yard line.
And Frohock just refusing to go down.
Still on his feet.
And that'll move the chains yet again for the Lions.
Hey, Sarge, don't forget about the young man we had last night as our guest. He's the starting right guard and doing an excellent job tonight.
That's going to be Dalen Darby.
Darby's one of those that on those run plays, he's way downfield looking for a second and a third block.
Yeah, Mavis rolls to his right. Got the receiver. That's going to be Abel. And
Lost
he's
his
going to be
helmet.
tackled out of bounds. And a penalty flag coming at the end of the play.
Boy, Abel don't care. You see how fired up he was over on the sideline.
He'll play without a helmet, I think.
And you called out Darby on that play before at right guard. He was paired up against number 45, and he held his block all the way. It was one of those deals he held it so long. 45 got frustrated and kind of threw an elbow into his head.
TD, I don't know if you heard the interview, but excellent young man. A lot of things going on at home that he just hangs in there and keeps going. Excellent young man.
Well, you're doing a good job when you start to see frustration out of the guy you're blocking, where he starts trying anything, pinching, pulling. And it looks like after they assess this penalty, the ball's going to be inside the 5-yard line, maybe.
Great. They're going to mark it at the 6. Yeah, half the distance to the goal line, so it's going to be first down and go from the 6. And the Lockhart Lions knocking on the door of 6.
And this is as deep as Lockhart's been into the red zone so far, as they scored from further out. And the play that has scored for Lockhart was the long pass to Frohock into the first quarter.
And it looks like we have a discussion out here.
Okay, he can't be in the middle of the field.
Well, and I've noticed throughout the game that it's further and further and further. They've gotten warned a couple times.
Hey, any further, he'll be in the Lockhart Lions sideline.
Yeah, in the huddle.
Oh, and if I'm coach, I'd tell him, hey, those coaches are still on the field. Let's run a quick snap and see if we can get something out of it.
All right, so here we go. First down and go from the 6.
And the most important thing here is holding on to that football.
Mavis will turn and hand it off to Roland. And he'll juke left to right.
Good run.
As he goes up the middle out to the 2-yard line.
Good tough run there.
Once or twice more, and Lockhart will start to close that gap. We've got 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the Adam & Sons third quarter.
That'll be second down and 2, or second down and go from the 2. And what a great drive so far. Big positive drive for the front line of the Lockhart Lions offense as they created this drive and kept this drive going. And Gonzalez with the handoff goes over towards the right side and into the end zone for a Lockhart Lion touchdown.
Touchdown, my time. Gonzalez doing what he does best, following that right-hand side of the line. And Lockhart starts to close the gap. And it'll be 14-23, pending the extra point from Mr. Evan Estrada. Looks like Lockhart thinking about going for 2 here.
You sure are.
They're down by 10 right now.
Yeah,
2 points will make it 8.
Yeah, make it a one-score game.
So here we go. 2 receivers lined up top. Gonzalez off to the right side of Mavis. Mavis will roll out to his right.
Keep it. Oh,
throws it into the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete. No good. So it'll be a 2-score game.
On the backside.
Got a flag.
Late flag on really way away from the play. Not sure what he would have been looking at.
Calling lineman downfield, maybe.
That's quite possible.
A legal man downfield, so they'll decline it. And let's take a quick look at that touchdown run by Gonzalez.
Now we've talked about the whole series, the right-hand side of the line, really the whole O-line getting it done. Look at the push up front and the hole for Gonzalez to get into the end zone.
So 2-point conversion is no good. So with 5:02 left to go here in the Adam & Sons AC Heating third quarter, it is Southwest Dragons 23, Lockhart Lions 13.
And I love the balance we saw from the Lockhart Lions offense. They're establishing the run and then going to the pass a few times in that drive at pivotal moments. You know, it's just showing real good balance on the offensive side of the football. And really, I don't want to say it looks like a different team, but the execution that we're seeing out of the offense and the front line is definitely best that we've seen so far this season out of the Lockhart Lions. We're only 1.5 games in, but they're looking pretty good on that drive.
I like their balance, TD. A little bit of run, a little bit of pass.
You have to keep them honest. The defense starts to have to overcommit to one or the other, and then you take advantage. And so this will be the first time Estrada's kicking into the wind. Yeah, it has died down a bit. We're down to probably 10, 12 miles an hour.
And we'll have Voss and Dean back deep to return the kick.
If I'm Lockhart, I'm kicking it to number 1 and keeping it away from number 2, maybe even squibbing it or something. Yep, onside kick. Lockhart's got it.
Lockhart's going to recover it on the far sideline. That's going to be number 2, Bob Estrada, coming out with the football.
Well, that's one way to keep it away from number 2 right there is kick it to your own man.
Yeah, kick it to number 2.
Yeah. the right number 2 got it for the Lions, and they've got the ball right back. And you know what else they've got? Momentum, and that is huge in the game of football.
Especially the front line that created all kinds of holes on this last drive, and they got the momentum going for themselves. So
well, and take a look at the Southwest Dragons defense. Hands on hips. You know, we're getting tired.
Yeah, they had to come back in.
That's it. When you run the ball like Lockhart did the last series, it can really grind a defense down, especially with a finishing runner like my time in the backfield.
And here we go. Mavis with the snap. He'll hand it off to Gonzalez. Goes around the right edge.
Following his block, a big number 76. Goodness gracious.
And my time takes a big hit towards the end of the play, but
he only picked up a couple. But Sal Hinojosa, man, make me think of the blind side there. He took his man, halfway across the field.
It's Hinojosa. We don't know if the A's at the end yet.
Yeah, the A got lost somewhere along the way, maybe.
So that's going to be a 3-yard pickup for Gonzalez. That'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Got trips over here to the sideline over here.
Yeah, the 3 best
receivers. Offsides. It's going to be a free play for Lockhart. They're going to go deep for Deutsch and unable to come up with it. And Deutsch looks like he was ready to turn and run into the end zone.
And their legs kind of
injury timeout for Southwest.
And while they'll take an injury timeout, we'll take a timeout too, and we'll be right back with more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
If you're looking to capture that special moment, let Adrian Gutierrez Photography capture that special moment for you. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, family photo, or any special occasion, Adrian Gutierrez Photography is the right one to turn that special moment into a memory that will last a lifetime. Adrian Gutierrez proudly supports Lockhart Lion athletics and can be seen at many events in Lockhart, as well as at Lockhart Lions sporting events, offering his time to create special moments for the Lockhart community. You can contact Adrian Gutierrez Photography at 512-227-679 or email adriangutierrezphotography@gmail.com or his website adriangutierrezphotography.com.
All right, and we are back from the injury timeout. It is 2nd down and 2 for the Lockhart Lions as offside was called on the Dragons.
And so back to that trips formation that puts Abel, Frohock, and Deutsch on the same side.
Inside handoff to Gonzalez. He picks up the first down out to the 29-yard line.
Good tough run.
It's like bowling pins trying to stop the bowling ball. It just ain't happening.
I tell you what, staring down the horns of the Bulls that umpire as Gonzalez was going right towards him. He didn't flinch at all. He was pretty much telling Gonzalez, you move because I'm not.
And when my time gets that head of steam straight up the middle, if you close your eyes, you can hear it just like someone throwing a strike at the bowling alley, because he hits that line hard with a head of steam. And First man in his way is not going to bring him down usually.
All right, Rowland and Gonzalez in the backfield. Mavis split in between the two. And Gonzalez will follow Rowland over towards the right side, trying to shake off the tackler, and he'll lose a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Gonzalez did everything he can to get away from him that time, but good job there by the defense of Southwest to get some penetration in the backfield and kind of get their arms around Gonzalez and hold on to him, like trying to hold on to a bull. And so 2nd down and 11 for the Lions after the loss of 1.
And we are at 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to go here in the Adam & Sons AC and Heating third quarter.
Bringing the blitz.
And they'll hand it off to Rowland coming around the near side as Rowland cuts it back upfield, and he'll be brought down at the 25. And that'll make it a manageable 3rd down and 6. Of course, this is probably going to be 4-down territory, especially going into the wind.
So my time will come out. They'll bring in
Joe Woody, number 64.
Yeah, so they'll go with their heavy set. He didn't report as eligible, so he just comes in. He's an extra tackle. You've got Parker Connor in there at tight end. So essentially you've got two tackles on the right-hand side.
Yeah, rolling in the backfield with Mavis. And Roland will get the handoff, goes right up the middle.
Good.
Out to the 30.
Really
and
close
make it
to
a
the
manageable
first down.
4th down and 1. Real close to a 1st down.
It's going to be
or make it out to the
4th
20,
inches.
excuse me.
He's a tough.
Looks like 4th and about a foot.
And with the confidence of this front line, there's no doubt about it that Coach Mavis is going to be going for it.
Yeah, I'm still with the big package in there.
And Mavis will take it himself, and he'll pick up the 1st down and more as he gets it out past the 15,
yes,
down
sir.
to the 14, or they'll mark him down at the 13-yard line.
And maybe it squirts through there like you stepped on a tube of toothpaste.
That's somebody I like to see carry the ball a lot more. TD is our quarterback. He's an excellent runner, good athlete.
Well, and we're in a good situation when he doesn't have to, at least yet. But yeah, it's definitely a wrinkle that Lockhart, I'm sure you'll see it added more and more as we get into district play.
And we definitely will. As Mavis gets the snap, hands it off to Roland. He'll bounce it out to the outside. Cuts it upfield. Penalty flag coming in from the backside as Roland gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. But as we await the penalty.
Probably have a hold.
Well, and I can see we talked about Lockhart wearing down the defense. You can see some signs of fatigue on the Lockhart side of the football now, too. Might not be a bad time to call a timeout, give them a few minutes to breathe and kind of reset after the penalty.
1:01 left in the third quarter.
And that'll be a 10-yard mark-off. So the ball is going to go all the way back to the 23-yard line.
And that's the first penalty in a while for the Lions. They've been relatively penalty-free. They've had a couple, but nothing like last week. Coach and I were talking about that at halftime, that they have made vast improvements from what we saw last week in Victoria, not just on the penalties, but execution in general.
So that's going to bring up 1st down and 20 with 42 seconds left to go here in the Adam & Sons third quarter. Frohawk in motion. They'll fake the jet sweep to him. Mavis takes it right up the middle, and he's going to be met after gaining 3 yards.
I don't think that was meant to be faked. I think that was meant to go to Frohawk, and the snap was just a little bit late, and Mavis was left with no choice but to just run, try to get whatever he could. Those jet sweep motions, timing is so important on those plays.
Yeah. So it'll be a pickup of 2, 2nd down and 18.
Good job by Mavis making something out of what could have been a busted play and a loss. But yeah, it looked like Frohawk was expecting that ball.
And Mavis is going to go ahead and let the clock run out as the wind will now be at the back of the Lions, which will be crucial just in case Estrada will need to kick a field goal. But right now, that's going to be it for the Adam & Sons AC Heating third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, it is San Antonio Southwest 23, Lockhart Lions 13. We'll take a quick timeout. And we'll be right back with your Old Pal Texas Tavern, 4th and final quarter, right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Old Pal Texas Tavern, located on the square in downtown Lockhart at 100 East Market Street. From a variety of appetizers, fried chicken, burgers, and salads, Old Pal is the right place for your hunger. We're open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Fridays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Our kitchen will be open late for Lockhart Lions Friday Night Lights home games. Old Pal Texas Tavern, cold drinks, fried chicken, and famous smash burgers are perfect for your after-game score. At Old Pals, we are proud supporters of the Lockhart Lions and the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
And we are back for the start of the Old Pal Texas Tavern fourth and final quarter. Do want to let everybody know we got a free ticket giveaway for the first home game of the year next week against the Lehman Lobos. You want to have an opportunity to win free tickets. So all you got to do is in the comment section, type in "Beat the Lobos," and your name will be entered into that drawing. Also, we got a Ride in Style 2 to the final road game of the year at A&M Consolidated. If you want to have your name into that contest, take a Texas event shuttle bus ride to that final road game, all you got to do is in the comment section, type in the comments "Ride Again." As we get set to start the fourth and final quarter, Mavis in shotgun formation. Hands it off to Roland around the left side. And the blitzer coming around from the backside comes out and makes the tackle at the 18-yard line.
So they get a little bit of it back, and that switch in quarters was key because they've now got the wind at their back. So if they're not able to pick this up, they're well inside the range of Evan Estrada here, especially with the wind at his back.
So that's going to bring up third down and I'd say about, 14, 15? We have three receivers here to the near side. Rolling in the backfield. Mavis drops back.
Oh, he's open. He just missed him.
Roll around to his left side.
Take off.
And slides down right back at the original line of scrimmage, or just shy of it at the 15-yard line. That'll bring up fourth down and 12.
And either way, you're down by 10, so you go ahead and try to get your 3 points that you'll need to tie it up now. And then you'll have to try to come back and get your touchdown. The holder will be Deutsch. Kicker will be sophomore Evan Estrada. It'll be from the left hash, and it will be at 32.
32-yard field goal attempt. Snap is back. Hold is down. The kick is up, and it is good.
Yes.
Easy money for Evan Estrada on the
Great
32-yard
job.
field goal.
So from 32 yards out, that'll make the score now. San Antonio Southwest 23, Lockhart Lions 16. And, gentlemen, we'll keep it right here as the Lockhart Lions clawing their way back after scoring a touchdown.
Remember, Sarge, Estrada's just a sophomore.
Yes. After a touchdown run by Gonzalez, Lockhart executed a perfect onside kick. What are the chances, Coach, if they do it a second time?
I would do it. What do you have to lose?
True.
Yeah, and it also depends what you see. San Antonio Southwest is definitely liable to kind of change things up after having that happen to them last time.
Yeah, they got their hands team in.
Well, and Estrada, it's not just the onside danger. Just like last year with Ocampo, he's got every kind of kick that you can kick. He's got it in his book. So he can kick the squib. He can kick the pooch that goes to one of the sides. Last year, they used to run a pooch kick where Deontay Jackson would come screaming down the sideline, either him or Quavon Reese, and just about catch that pooch kick around the 35 or so.
And what do we see here is we do not have a deep return man, as both the return men are right around the 26-yard line, 25, as they start to make their way back a little. As Evan Estrada will be set to kick this one away.
And that opens up that soft spot in between.
And this time he'll kick it away, and it'll be fair caught at the 5, and that'll take it out to the 25-yard line.
Wise decision by the deep man there.
And a penalty flag coming in late.
There was a little bit of kind of blocking, pushing. Kind of seemed mutual.
Personal. No.
Well,
Against us.
He pointed to the sideline instead of the end of the field.
The illegal procedure on the
kicking
return team.
Return.
How do you get a legal procedure on the return like that? I don't know. That's a tough one. It looks like Coach May was asking the same question.
Yeah.
Well, what was that? We'll take it, but what was it? So we'll see if there's an option to re-kick or just decline and give it to him where it's at.
Well, they would have marked the ball at the 20-yard line since it was a fair catch.
Well, they're moving back. So it looks like they are going to maybe mark this penalty off after the fair catch.
Sarge, real
Nope.
quick score update. Wise 54, San Marcos 0, fourth quarter.
Whew.
Okay, would have been first down and 10 at the 25, but after the 5-yard mark off for illegal procedure, he's going to move it all the way back to the 20. It'll still be first and 10. But the Lockhart Lions defense is going to be looking to make a big statement right here, and they're going to need one as they are down by 7. And we have 10 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the Old Pal Texas Tavern fourth and final quarter.
What you can't do here is let them have a big, long drive that takes a ton off that clock. We're going to need to hold them and
Toss to the deep back in the backfield. That's going to be Mills, and he'll get his way across the line of scrimmage out to the 23-yard line.
3 yards or less on first down is pretty good.
Now to bring up 2nd and 7. That's Benavides.
He's played the whole game, done a great job.
Doing a great job out there on the front line. Bunch formation. They'll toss it to the running back coming around the near side in a reverse and shakes off a couple of tackles, pick up the first down, and finally chased out of bounds by Ibarra. That's going to be Tyson Dean with the big pickup. And great play call by Coach Franco of the Dragons. And once again, using the aggressiveness of the defense of the Lockhart Lions. Almost like a slot team play right there, Coach.
Yeah. Little misdirection.
And we'll see Peyton Jackson, sophomore, come into the game. He comes in at corner to give Ibarra a break.
They'll fake the toss, and the fullback gets the ball for the first time tonight. And he'll push it across to the 41-yard line on a 5-yard gain.
Well, that's the first time they've handed it to him tonight, and he took advantage of his opportunity, picking up 5 yards. So I said at the beginning of this drive, you cannot let them have a long, sustained drive where they eat this clock up. 9 minutes, 24 seconds left to go.
And it'll be a toss to the deep back as he comes around the near side. He's going to be met up by Santiago Guerra. And still moving forward is a pile going. And a first down by the Dragons.
And that second effort, and offensive lineman getting involved, continuing to push.
Yeah, to the 49-yard line in Dragon territory. Talking about a team effort.
Well, Guerra did a great job standing him up, but Guerra just couldn't hold him against the entire push of the whole line.
It's kind of rough when it's 7-on-1 out there.
He was trying.
That's when our small size hurts us.
Now we've got to get involved in gang tackle as they're just outside of Lions territory, ball on the 49-yard line.
So fresh set of downs for the Dragons. And toss it to the running back. Right up the middle, picking his spots to run right through the front line.
Fumble.
And Lockhart's saying they got it.
Still no call from the referees.
Umpire.
Still no call. He said they got back on top of it. Lockhart sure seemed to think that they had that one.
Number 8.
And it looks like we're going to have a timeout called by San Antonio Southwest.
They called it as an injury timeout for the Lockhart Lions.
And he's able to get off.
He's able to get off.
Yeah.
So that's going to bring up second down and 4 for the Dragons with 8:15 left to go here in the Opal fourth and final quarter.
Lockhart could use a play for a loss.
or a big turnover to get the
with
ball
that
back to the
jumbo
offense.
formation.
Fullback again.
Fullback with the carry once again right up the middle. And the front line of the offense with a big push of their own. And that's going to be shy of the first down. That'll bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Dragons.
And Lockhart's finally going to give big number 74 some rest, and they're going to bring in Braden Martinez, caveman coming in the game.
Caveman coming in.
Big number 77. And it's going to be 3rd down and 1. And it's almost like you're playing Liberty Hill. You got to stop them twice because they're going to go for it.
So 3rd down and 1 coming up. And it'll be a toss to the running back coming out of the backfield, going over the right side, and he'll pick up the 1st down and more. It's finally going to be brought down. Forward momentum will take them out to the 36-yard line, 37-yard line. Or it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dragons. And the clock continues to move as we are at 7 minutes left to go.
Yeah, they've already eaten up more than 3 minutes off this clock. And it's like you see the tide slipping out from under your boat. The longer they have the ball, the harder it's going to be to try to tie this thing up. Not to mention they're moving it into Lockhart territory.
As the Dragons are running out the play clock as much as possible.
And Lockhart down by 7, so you can't afford to let them get any points on this drive.
So Mills will get the toss. He'll be stuffed in the backfield, but he'll make his way across the field. And a great open field tackle by, I believe that's Ibata out there. Well, it'll be a gain of 1 yard for Mills. That'll bring up 2nd and 9.
And that's what you need on 1st down. You got to stop them for a short gain and make them have to work for it on 2nd and 3rd down. That's a good start. We'll see if Lockhart can continue to build off that. And it's tough. I mean, you're making contact in the backfield, and they're still, making several broken tackles and then getting a yard.
2nd and 9 coming up, and
Timeout.
Timeout called by the Dragons. So as they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout too. We'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And we are back, 2nd down and 9 as Mills gets the handoff.
And he'll pick up 4 on the play.
Actually, that's going to be Charles Stemley.
And that'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Longest 3rd down the Lions have forced him into on this drive so far. And they'll make some changes. They'll bring in an extra lineman, going to go to their jumbo package. And looks like they brought in the bigger backs, too. That tells me they're thinking 2 plays. Yep, they're in their jumbo package.
Shotgun formation, quarterback keeper. It's going to be a wildcat formation, and that's going to be good enough for a Dragon 1st down. As I thought they had him down at the 25, but he was able to spin away and pick up more yardage. That's going to be Tyson Dean. And they'll get him out to the 17-yard line. Or it'll be 1st down and 10 inside the red zone for the Dragons with 4:49 left to go here in the Old Pal Texas Tavern 4th and final quarter as the clock continues to move.
And Lockhart brings some fresh bodies into the game on the defensive side of the ball. So Lockhart earlier on was able to stop this run, but in this drive in the fourth quarter, they've been unable to slow down the running game, and they do it that time. That's Zarita getting a hold of him in the backfield.
Yeah, while Guerra was trying to strip the ball away, but great job by Dean to hang on to it, or Stemley to hang on to it.
And you got to think of what we saw from their field goal kicker. If you can hold them right here, they're probably just at the edge of his range, as he missed one from closer than this earlier.
As we see Daryl Summers coming in for the Dragons. As Peyton Jackson checks back into the ball game for Ibarra.
Jackson and Ibarra, they've done a lot of flip-flopping, switching in and out, keeping fresh speed in there.
Timeout.
And that's a second timeout, so they'll be down to one timeout. We'll San Antonio Southwest. And while we're in the break, we're going to take a look at your good old boys fishing catch of the game. And that came late at the end of the first quarter, and it was Caden Mabus to Jordan Frohock. And you see the quick Frohock take off of that line, and he was back behind the defense before they knew what happened. Mabus hits him in stride, and Jordan Frohock does the rest with his legs. That is your good old boys fishing catch of the week for Mr. Jordan Frohock.
A 63-yard touchdown, pass and catch. As we are in the middle of a Dragon timeout, where it'll be second down and 10 from the 17-yard line. It is crunch time for the Lockhart Lions defense. 3:41 left to go in this one. Dragons in shotgun formation. Two receivers here to the near side.
A little bit of confusion on defense.
Yeah, they were very late. We were late adjusting is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so Coach Mabus goes ahead and uses that timeout because he saw exactly what we saw.
So that'll be the first timeout for the Lockhart Lions here in the second half. And while they do that, we'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with more Lockhart Lions football right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Meitler Plumbing LLC is the one to call on for your plumbing service work in Lockhart and Caldwell County. Call Darren Meitler from Meitler Plumbing at 512-398-3146. Darren has been with the family business for over 30 years and has been voted best plumber in Caldwell County numerous times. Master licensed and bonded. So, for any plumbing issues, call Meitler Plumbing for your plumbing service. Darren Meitler is also a 1989 Lockhart alumni and football captain for Lockhart Lions. Go Lions! Once a Lion, always a Lion.
All right, and we're back from the Lockhart Lion timeout as we had back-to-back timeouts from the Dragons and Lions. Second down and 10 from the 17-yard line. Franco in shotgun formation. Motion on the front line, and that's going to push him back 5 yards.
And so Lockhart catches a big break on that one as it'll be second down and 15. And that'll be the tallest odds the Dragons have faced so far in this series here in the fourth quarter. Now they have eaten up almost 7 minutes off the clock with this drive. This is exactly what you didn't want to allow them to do, as if you do stop them, you're not going to have a whole lot of time. And going to have to get it done quick. Once again, Lockhart bringing bodies in and out. That's that same switch, Jackson for Ibarra. It's almost every other play that those two are switching out.
And now they'll change the formation. They'll go back to a bunch formation as Franco goes up underneath center. It'll be a reverse coming around the near side. Plenty of room to run. And stepping into the end zone will be a Dragon touchdown.
And I said it. I said watch out for the trickeration, and they do bring it out on the backside jet motion sweep. Everybody else goes right. The jet motion comes against the grain, and he hands it off to number 2, who gets into the end zone and all but closes the door on the Lockhart Lions.
With 3:31 left to go here in the Old Pal Texas Tavern, fourth and final quarter. Snap is back, hold is down. The kick is up, and it is no good. That'll make it still a two-score game, down by 13. Southwest Dragons 29. Lockhart Lions 16.
And you get into that desperation mode where you got to score quick, onside kick, and score again, all within 3 minutes and 31 seconds. Not a lot of time to work with.
And a great play call by Coach Franco of the Dragons. And that right there, that play, once again, plays against the Lockhart Lions' defensive aggressiveness.
Mm-hmm. And nobody saw him. You know, it was by the time anyone saw him coming across, it was too late, and he was gone.
So the Dragons will be kicking against the wind. That's going to be a Skoda.
Well, if Lockhart could ever use a big return, it is right here. So we've seen Roland Bright field the last two. We saw Jordan Frohawk get one good one in the first half.
And both of those gentlemen are lined up back at the 10 and 12-yard line as Frohawk is on the far side. And that's going to be
Didn't go 10.
No.
An onside attempt, and great job by holding off and waiting for that ball to cross midfield, and it is Dragon football as Escoda recovers his own onside kick.
And we'll take a look at that replay here in just a minute for you and make sure that ball went 10 yards. It sure did look close.
It's mighty close.
But, man, talk about, patience and nerves of steel.
It just crossed the 50-yard line just in time.
And that's one way to definitely put a nail in the coffin and seal the deal. Say, you know what, your offense can't have the football. And the Lockhart defense that's tired and battered and beat up is back out on the field again with 3 minutes and 26 seconds left to go. Their last drive lasted more than twice that long.
And Mills will be set in the backfield. It'll be a bunch formation. Franco drops back, looking to throw down the middle, throws it up, and that one's going to be knocked down by number 2, Bob Estrada.
Coverage has been pretty good on the back end and deep for the Lions tonight. Only one or two have gotten away from it, and even those, were catches in tight coverage.
Yeah, that was Estrada and Ibarra on the coverage, and Estrada with the knockdown, the pass breakup. So that'll bring up second down and 10 for the Dragons at the Lion 49-yard line.
And the best part about that incomplete pass, it stops the clock.
3:18. He'll toss it back to Mills. He'll come around the near side. Stiffs arm a defender. He'll be pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
And that will also stop the clock, but they're awfully close to a first down. It'll be third down and 1. But you can count on one hand the number of times the Lions have been able to stop them for 1 yard or less tonight. And I think if I'm them, I'll probably give it to the fullback again. He's had great success. Only 2 times he's touched the ball tonight.
Yeah, both of them for first downs. And they'll give it to him right up the middle. He'll pick up the first down and more out to the 34-yard line or 35. Would it be first and 10 for the Dragons? And the clock will momentarily stop at 3:05. As soon as they set the change, they'll start the clock up right now.
Well, whether they gain another yard or not, they can take more than 2 minutes off this clock. And even in a perfect scenario, Lockhart gets the ball back with 1 minute left, down by 2 scores. So I don't think we're going to come back in this one. But after watching this game this week, Coach, one thing I can say is there were improvements at every position, improvements in execution. We saw some great things from the offense and some real flashes of potential. And at times the defense has played well. So while Lockhart may not come out of here with a win, it's sort of a win for the program as we saw everything get better this week. And as we head into district play next week, that's all you can really expect is that you're getting better each week before you head into district.
Yes, sir. I agree. I totally agree with you.
And the clock will stop as Coach Mavis calls a timeout. It'll be second down and 6. And one thing I will take from this, we are still a young team. We've shown some flashes of what this team can become, and we've still seen the youth of this team and still a lot more to grow with, especially on the defensive side of things. And, you know, a young quarterback in Mavis where we've seen some great flashes of him, and as well as Roland and the front line that we know we've seen what they can do. It's just we got to maintain 4 quarters of football, and the youth is only going to get better as we go along through the season.
Quick score update. Sarge, Anderson 41, Elgin 7 into the third quarter.
And we got College Station Cougars 48, Magnolia Bulldogs 21. That's a final. A&M Consolidated 35-40, Jackrabbits 34. And Pflugerville Weiss final 54-0 over the San Marcos Rattlers. Second down and 6. Franco drops back, throws it deep down the far sideline, and that one's going to be in and out of the hands of the receiver.
Tip drill.
As he ran out of bounds, it wouldn't have been no good either way.
Well, San Antonio Southwest not happy to just, run the ball or put the knee down. They want more points.
Well, they're getting ready for a very long season for them. I'm sure they're going to make the playoffs again. They had one lost in the first round last year, so I'm sure this year they want to come back and have a very successful season.
Yeah, you always want to try to make it into that next round.
Yeah, that was a great coverage out there by Dylan White, as it'll bring up third down and 6, bunch formation. It'll be a toss to number 3, and he's going to be hit in the backfield, and he'll be brought down just shy of the first down. Out towards the 27-yard line or 28-yard line, as the Lockhart Lions call their third and final timeout with 2:09 left to go here in the Old Pal Texas Tavern, fourth and final quarter.
Oh, there goes my phone. Tell me it's bedtime, Sarge. It must know. It must know. There's 2 minutes and 9 seconds left.
And a score update for any Luling Eagle fans out there. It is a final. Anderson Shiro Fighting Owls 46. Luling Eagles 0. Luling Eagles go to 1-1 on the season.
And next week they play Burbank next week, right, Sarge?
Yeah, they do. Burbank's next week.
I saw
playing a 5A school, 5A against 3A.
I saw some Luling folks gas station on the way down, and they had some of the most awesome custom-made. They were actually kind of like baseball jerseys, but with the football numbers on them. Man, they look sharp. Someone spent some time and effort making those.
So 4th and 2 coming up, and they will be lined up. The Dragons will be lined up in Wildcat formation with Dean taking the snap. He'll follow his blockers over the left side. He'll pick up the first down and more, and he'll scamper into the end zone for a Dragon touchdown.
And insult to injury here at the end of this one as the Dragons extend their lead with 1 minute 59 seconds left to go here in this one. And while Lockhart showed flashes here at the end, San Antonio's kind of ran away with this one. As after this extra point, they'll be up by 20 over your Lockhart Lions.
Escoto come in to kick the extra point, snap his back, the hold is down, the kick is up, and it is good.
Just want to say that's the best kick of the night we've seen from Escoto. He that one was perfect. He put it through the uprights, got a good hold of it.
So 1:59 left to go in this one. And it is San Antonio Southwest Dragons 36, Lockhart Lions 16. And we'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with more Lockhart Lion football right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Old Pal Texas Tavern, located on the square in downtown Lockhart at 100 East Market Street. From a variety of appetizers, fried chicken, burgers, and salads, Old Pal is the right place for your hunger. We're open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Fridays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Our kitchen will be open late for Lockhart Lions Friday Night Lights home games. Old Pal Texas Tavern, cold drinks, fried chicken, and famous smash burgers are perfect for your after-game score. At Old Pals, we are proud supporters of the Lockhart Lions and the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
And we are back as the San Antonio Dragons, Southwest Dragons, will be kicking the ball away after scoring a touchdown on 4th and 2 to extend their lead after extra point is good, 36-16. And they'll kick this one away. And it'll take a one-hopper into the hands of Bright as Bright takes it across the field, and he'll finally be brought down just shy of the 30 out to the 28-yard line, where to be 1st and 10 for the Lockhart Lions.
Oh, Lockhart playing for pride here. We'll see if Lockhart can muster one up and try to get one more in the end zone.
And at the conclusion of this game, we will go to take a quick timeout, and we'll come right back with your Kreitz Market post-game show right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast, and we'll have your Kreitz Market offensive players of the game and your Quantum Towing defensive players of the game, and we'll have our final thoughts of tonight's contest before heading off to our home opener next week at Lions Field.
Once again,
too many men on the field.
Yeah, Lockhart breaks the huddle with 4. They had a They had one extra man. They meant to go with 4 wideouts and a running back, and there was a tight end in the mix. And so that'll back them up to 1st and 15.
A timeout will be called by San Antonio Southwest.
And you got to think that timeout's probably so that they can get some younger players, some reps here on this final series of the game.
And that'll be the final timeout for the Dragons.
And as Victoria West did last time, they'll put in some of the 2s. I do expect to see Lockhart move the ball.
So Lockhart Lions down by 20. And if the score stays the same way, Lockhart will fall to 0-2. And San Antonio Southwest Dragons will be going to 2-0. But regardless of that, non-district season will be over as we head to what I'd like to say the real season of district play, because it's what you do in district.
Matters.
It's what you do in district is going to determine whether you make it to the playoffs or not.
So we see number 4 coming into the game at slot receiver for Lockhart.
George McGee getting his first action tonight.
McGee, also another guy who did really good on JV last year. Showed some good speed and ball skills.
Mavis gets the snap, drops back, looking to throw. Got Gage Deutsch wide open. Makes a great catch, breaks a couple of tackles, gets it out towards midfield.
And that's a big pitch and catch as Lockhart gets a big chunk quick.
Yeah, no timeouts for the line, so it's going to be a hurry-up offense. And a great throw by Mavis.
And the clock starts to run as the chains are set. And actually it ran before the chains were set there.
Dropping back, looking to his left. Got pressure coming from the backside. Will tuck it in, and he'll be chased out of bounds.
Gets out of bounds.
Yeah, he wanted Frohock, but Frohock was on the button hook, well covered up, so nowhere to go on that side of the field for Deutsches. That was his only receiver and only route on that side, or for Mavis. So he just had to pull it down, get what he could, and got out of bounds and stop the clock.
Take a quick look at that great throw to Gage Deutsch.
I love that about Deutsch. Not afraid to go up for it over the middle.
No, right back to action once again. 3 receivers to the bottom, 1 up top. 1-on-1 down the far sideline. That's going to be thrown out there to a Frohock, and that's going to be pass interference on the defense.
And that'll get 15 yards for the Lions.
That's the call.
And that was number 25 in coverage. That's Jeremy Stevens for the defense. And Lockhart will change out some more players. They'll bring in Hill. Go back to having a tight end in the game again. And looks like they're going to do the trips formation. And that's where you get Wes, Gage, and Jordan all on the same side of the defense. They do have one safety out there to help. Oh, maybe not. They're going to be manned up here on the outside.
That'll be
Safety's too far over to help.
1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Is going to be a free play coming up for the Lions.
Oh.
And Deutsch will Mavis will get sacked in the backfield, but That'll stop the clock with a defensive penalty. And that'll give the Lions first down and 5 after the 5-yard mark off.
And so 2 consecutive penalties help the Lions. But they don't put the time back on the clock. And we're down to 1 minute and 4 seconds left to go in this one.
So that's going to bring up first down and 5. And we have 1:04 left to go. Clock will not start. Well, they'll start it now. I thought it was going to start on the snap.
It should have after a dead ball penalty. Or I guess it wasn't a dead ball foul.
And Mavis steps up into the pocket, throws
Good
it over the middle to
catch.
Gage Deutsch. He'll cut it upfield and
There he
into
goes.
the end zone for a touchdown.
Good job.
And
The
that'll be-
Lockhart Lions still showing some life to the very end.
And that'll be 2 passing touchdowns now for Mavis on the night. 1 to Frohock, 1 to Deutsch.
And take a look at that touchdown pass.
Good job stepping up in the pocket. And once again, it's Deutsch going over the middle.
And Deutsch will go back to do the holding duties on the extra point try. As Estrada steps in. Snap is back, the hold is down, the kick is up, and it is good. And with 45 seconds left to go in this one, it is Southwest Dragons 36, Lockhart Lions 23. And we're
Well,
coming to
Lockhart-
the end of this one. Of course, we'll be seeing an onside kick coming up.
Well, they're playing for pride, and they got some of it back. And they didn't use up a ton of time doing that either. They've still got 45 seconds on
They
the
sure
clock.
did it. What did they start at? 1:45 when they got the ball
Yeah,
back?
right at about a minute on that drive, and it took them 80 yards down the field.
And a big old pass interference penalty helped them out along the way. So the Lockhart Lions don't recover this one. The Dragons, all they'd have to do is just kneel it down one time. Or maybe 2 times.
And Dragons will have their hands team out on the field. And looks like
And I
Estrada's
do
going to
see a lot of speed here on the bottom side of the field.
There you go. Oh.
Oh, great job by number 22 of the Dragons.
That's why they call it the hands
Yeah.
team. They've got the hands to catch that ball, and it'll just take one knee down for the Dragons to put a nail in the coffin of this one, and your Lockhart Lions will go to 0-2. Immediately following the game, we will have our Kreitz Market post-game show.
Great job by number 22, Jaden Alfaro, recovering that one. And that's going to do it as the Dragons. All they'd have to do is just kneel it once or twice. Make that twice.
I don't know. After what we saw earlier, I'll make sure they kneel it.
The Dragons are lined up in victory formation.
Yep.
And looks like there
There's a
will be a
flag.
penalty flag. It'll be delay game. Not like it would make a difference at this point.
And you think Lockhart will play? Well, I guess they don't get to decline that one.
Yeah, so they'll move it back 5. That'll make it first down and 15.
Well, Lockhart fought the good fight here at San Antonio Legacy Stadium. They definitely did not go quietly, and they did not get run over. As I said, we saw improvements on both sides of the ball. Lockhart offense able to move the ball both on the ground and through the air at times tonight. But the San Antonio Southwest run game and really just the moves of number 2, Zarian Voss, just proved to be a little bit too much for the Lions to handle, and they will give the Lions their second loss of the year.
And the play clock is at 26. The game clock is at 20, so they will not have to run another play. So that will do it as the clock will run out. San Antonio Southwest defeats the Lockhart Lions at Legacy Stadium by a final of 36-23, as we still got 5 seconds before it's official. But we will take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we will have your Kreitz Market post-game right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Smoke Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market has been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoke Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, fifth-generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under Pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to kreitzmarket.com. That's www.kreitzmarket.com.
And we are back for the Kreitz Market post-game show here from Legacy Stadium. As myself, Emilio Sarge Juarez, T.E. Tom Dunn, the coach Amado Galvez, and our camera guy, Kevin Cervantes, who's already left the building, as Elvis would have done so. But a great job by Kevin Cervantes, cameraman for tonight's broadcast. As we are here in the Kreitz Market postgame show, Lockhart Lions go to 0-2 on the young season as they finish up non-district play as the San Antonio Southwest Dragons defeat the Lions by a final 36-23, but not before a gutsy showing by the Lockhart Lions. And a lot better play this tonight compared to last week, TD.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of my favorite things that I like from seeing the game tonight on both sides of football is physicality. We saw, I think, a different level of physicality from the front defensive side and from the offensive front, able to get the run game going. As I said, Mavis looked good. He was on target with a lot of his passes tonight. Missed a couple when he was on the run and through the interception, but was able to find Deutsch and Frohock for touchdowns tonight. So marked improvement for the Lions. They're unable to get the victory, but, and they like to say, well, there's no moral victories. Well, when you have 30 penalties last week and 2 or 3 this week, that's, you got to mark that down as some kind of victory. So my takeaway overall is Lockhart Lions football is moving in a positive direction, and we just maybe need one more week to get into the win column. And like they say, nothing matters that happens before district. It's all about district play that gets you into those playoffs.
And, Coach, what were your thoughts about the Lockhart Lions tonight compared to last week?
Well, a major improvement. I think they played some good football. Got to get ready for Lehman next week. That's a very, very big game.
Grudge match.
I think the improvements were much better. I think we played good football, both sides of the ball. Like I said, it's all over now. We got to get ready for Lehman. Remember, we need a little revenge there against them because they beat us last year. So we got to get ready for Lehman. Too. Lehman's going to be ready to play us. So it's going to be a good ball game, and we're back in Lockhart next Friday, thank God.
And I'm pretty sure the coaches are going to be pleased. Of course, Lockhart did create some penalties, but not as many as they created last week. So whatever the coaching staff did this past week to fix that, they did a tremendous job doing so. As a great showing by the Lockhart Lions. Still need a lot of work. Young football team. Little minor mistakes that were made here and there, but I'm pretty sure the coaches are going to go back and look at film, and they're going to be able to fix that and get ready for Lehman coming up next week. And we'll take a quick look at the Frohock touchdown catch as the good old boys.
That's the good old boys fishing catch of the week is Jordan Frohock. And while we're on the case, we'll go ahead and go into our Kreitz Market Offensive Player of the Game. It's going to be one and the same. Jordan Frohock is going to be your Kreitz Market Offensive Player of the Game this week. He did a great job, had several long catches, and just ran some amazing routes this week. He only got to get one good return. I would love to see him get more and more involved in the return game. And as I said in this game, you can see him heating up. You can see him starting to do better and better. You can see the confidence building. You can see the energy out there. So Jordan Frohock is your Kreitz Market Offensive Player of the Game. And just like Gage Deutsch did last week, he also owns the Good Old Boys Fishing Catch of the Game. So they're doubling down 2 weeks in a row for Lockhart receivers.
Coach, your thought on Jordan Jordan Frohock's performance
excellent
tonight.
Excellent job. So, tremendous speed out there, great catch, and he's a threat. People are going to start after last week and tonight, people will start looking for him.
That takeoff is fast.
And a quick shout out, Mr. Kyle Moody, Adrian Gutierrez says to say hi to you. Adrian, he says stop bothering him. He's working over here.
Yeah, that's right.
Now,
Adrian's supposed to be going to Michigan tomorrow.
Yeah, he's already over there.
Okay.
So, go Horns over there. And we'll go ahead and go to your Quantum Towing Defensive Player of the Game. Is going to go to number 5, Aiden Scott, for the second straight week in a row. Did a fantastic job defensively, leading the Lockhart Lions. Great open field tackles for the Lockhart Lions defensively. And, Coach, your thought on Aiden Scott for a second straight week?
Same old guy, very dependable, very good tackler, very good coverage. I mean, just an awesome football player. And I'm glad he's just a junior.
Well, and some folks may say, oh, you spread it around a little bit more. And we love to spread around our awards at the end of the game. But when it comes to this defensive player of the game, you just can't ignore the hits and the tackles that Aiden Scott's making, how he's flying around the field, how secure and strong he is in open field. And when he tackles them, he hits them, it's not, he brought him down. I mean, he's upending people. He's laying them out. He's playing with reckless abandon out there, and he did it for the second week in a row this week. And so he is your Quantum Towing Defensive Player of the Game for second week in a row. Oh,
yes. And, great job by the Lockhart Lions all around. I guess we're all in agreement. A lot better football team this week than what they were last week.
On both fronts.
On both fronts, offensively and
defensively.
defensively.
Defense, yep.
Saw a lot of great things by the offensive line. Had that spectacular drive that ended with the Gonzalez touchdown here in the third quarter. And, the defense came up big when they needed to, but we still saw some youth in there. But with youth, that's going to come in time for more experience, and they'll be able to fix that. And hopefully we'll be able to see a lot better Lockhart Lion football team, especially with district starting up next week against Lehman.
A quick note about next week, Sarge. Our home game, we're at home, and the parents will be tailgating before the game, so you're welcome to come out and join them. Mr. Richard Ibanez try to get some of the parents and fans and community together and come out early and join them.
And they will be located just off to the west side of the northwest side of the football stadium.
That's by the long jump pit. If you know where that's at, you'll see some canopies and a couple trucks off to the side in the grass. And
you'll smell the barbecue.
Yeah, you'll smell it and you'll see it.
And if you come out there early, you'll be able to catch us as well. We all plan on stopping by there and spending some time with the Lockhart tailgaters down there and the Ibarra family. I know I'll be there to taste test the barbecue, so it'll be safe for everyone else.
You're welcome to take pictures with us also.
Oh, yes, definitely. And, of course, we'll have our sub-varsity game of the week. It'll be the Lockhart Lions freshman team being broadcasted on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast for the first time this season. And they'll be welcoming the Lehman Lobos and freshman football action. You'll be able to catch all that right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast next Thursday night.
And on Tuesday, we'll be bringing you the 8th grade away game from Seguin, both A and B teams. So lots of stuff to watch next week on Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Maybe the 7th grade.
Yes. But that's going to do it for us tonight from Legacy Stadium. Lockhart Lions fall in a close one to go 0-2 on the season by losing to the Southwest Dragons, who go to 2-0, 36-23. Safe travels back home to all of our Lockhart Lion fans that made the trip here to Legacy Stadium.
Great turnout.
And as for myself, Emilio Sarge Juarez, TD Tom Dunn, the coach Amaro Galvez, our camera guy, Kevin Cervantes, and our QA guy, Kent Riddle of Kent Riddle Properties. We want to say good night, and we'll see you next week right here for some more action of Lockhart Lions Sports right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. But always remember, like the Sarge says, you can take the line out of Lockhart, but you can never take the heart out of Lockhart. Go Lions.
Thank you for watching today's broadcast of Lockhart Lions Sports on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Today's broadcast was brought to you by Kent Riddle Properties, Kreitz Market and Quantum Towing. And remember, like the Sarge always says, you can take the lion out of Lockhart, but you can never take the heart out of Lockhart.